Yo, what up? How's it going, Johnny? How you doing, dude? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, we're streaming. I just moved, so this is like brand new, Johnny. Dude, you have no clue how much work I've been putting in to move. It's been crazy. But how you doing, Johnny? How's your Tuesday? Oh, dude, I'm tripping right now. It's so dick because we've been streaming in a whole different room, so it's crazy to see this different. I don't know. Yo, Skyer, good to see you. How you doing? How you been? How's your Tuesday? How was your week, Skyer? Because I know you stop by all the time. So like, how's your last week been? And Johnny says, "Hey, likewise. Oh, did you move too recently, dude? Moving. My arms hurt, dude. I've been nonstop unpacking. Like, this room looks already a little messy, but dude, my living room is disgusting, dude. It is disgusting. I need to unpack. I'm so behind on life right now. I'm like, Yo, Thaddeus, dude, good to see you. How you doing? What's it called? Yo, just got my new 2 vinyls in today. Just finished listening to both. Hey, I'm glad to hear it, dude. Thanks again for grabbing them. I appreciate it. And I'm glad to hear I was able to ship them out before I moved. I have like, I am so behind, dude. I have like the fattest stacks of orders I have to get through. It's just been like, I unpacked this whole studio for today, and now I have to just like lock in, let my living room be disgusting until I can catch up on orders, and then, yeah. So I'm glad I hear I got yours in time. But thanks for letting me know, Thaddeus. Thanks again for grabbing them. I appreciate it. But Johnny says it's been boring in the best way. Okay, sick, dude. Yeah. I'm glad to hear it's been boring in the best way. That's what's up. Hell yeah. And Skyer says it's been all right. Just been backing up a bunch of old CDs all week. Oh, sick, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, honestly, I love doing that too. Being able to like just take the time to like back up a bunch of stuff that I got. Because I've been unpacking and stuff, it's been a lot of like finding old hard drives and stuff. And I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So it's been really sick. But hell yeah, dude. So what do you think of the new setup, Skyer? Do you think I tried to get it to look like last time, but of course I still don't have anything on the walls yet. I mean, you can't really see. And like, I gotta figure out how to put all like I can't, if I touch the camera, it'll break everything. But I have like a plushie up here. I got like Boystrom's art up here and stuff. So I gotta figure out how to get this all in frame. Maybe I'll buy like a different webcam where it has a fisheye or something. So yeah. But Roses, good to see you. How you doing, Roses? How's your week? Your week been? I know it's been a while. Welcome back. Cool setup. Thank you. Yeah, I've been unpacking so much. It's been crazy. It's been, Roses, if you could see my living room, you'd be like, how are you living like this? But yeah, Thaddeus says, felt that, dude. We moved our new place on the 24th. Just got all organized finally. Oh, dude, congrats on getting it organized. Yeah, it's gonna be like at least another week or two till I'm all organized, but I'm excited for it because yeah, it's gonna be. I just can't wait to like finally chill for real. But yeah, Sky says it looks good so far. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to hear. What's it called? Yeah, we're getting there. But I want it to look like dope. I want it to look like like we got art everywhere. We got vinyl. I don't know. I just want it to look like it's a cool space. I don't know. You know what I mean? So yeah. And Korean duder, yo, what's up, dude? Good to see you. How you doing? You're hunting Suicune now? Dude, I remember, do you ever play Pokemon Crystal? Suicune's kind of underrated, dude. That's sick you're going after Suicune. I love Suicune. That's what's up. And, but I hope you get it, dude. That's what's up. Oh, hydrate and, what's it called? Stretch, I got you. But always in the room, dude. Good to see you. How you doing? How's your Tuesday? And Trader just says stretch. It's yo, Simply Hideo, dude. What's up? How you doing? How's your week been, dude? As you can see, we moved. I successfully moved. I have to actually, after this, I have to go clean my old apartment. Oh, dude, it's been. Oh, dude. Yeah, no clue. But yeah, how you doing, Simply Hideo? How's your week been? And yeah, Roses. Actually, I was just rewatching the last video from last week. And I'm glad to hear you're doing better. Yeah, I actually wrote that down. I just haven't even looked at my little talking notes yet. But I'm glad to hear you're doing better. Yeah, I remember last time you were sick. And I'm glad to hear you got better. Have you been doing anything new now that you're like good again? Like any new like, oh shit, I can do this again now that I'm not sick. You know what I mean? So yeah. And oh no, okay, no, we're good. Okay, we're good. Yeah, my marker was dying a little bit. I have to grab another marker. I went to go sign this vinyl and I was like, oh no. But Johnny says the dope will come in after the first month of moving. I know, right? After the back pain fades away. Yeah, dude, for real. Yeah, I haven't even had time to stretch and I have like actual back problems. So I've been like really slacking on my stretches. My physical therapist would be so pissed right now if they knew what I've been doing. They'd be like, bruh. And so yeah, but hopefully I can start stretching again soon to get my back pain to fade away. Because yeah, I definitely need to catch up on that for sure. But always in the room says I'm just chilling on this Tuesday. That's what's up, dude. Glad to hear you're just chilling. Heck yeah. Anything new with you? Always in the room. How you been, dude? I know I've been like kind of MIA. I've been moving. It's just life has been pretty hard on me right now lately. But Rosa says no because they haven't done anything new because since I got better, because some family visited and it rained so hard I heard thunder. Yeah, what's it called? I've been seeing it's been raining like all over. Like, you know, I'm in Arizona, so it hasn't been raining, but I've been getting lots of Instagram reels because I used to I don't know, for some reason getting a lot of like just wild weather Instagram reels. I know back where I used to live in LA, one of the freeways is completely flooded. So yeah, it's been wild. I've been seeing that it's you know, weather's been, you know, that climate change kind of hitting different. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, my bad if you can't see me too. That's another thing. I gotta figure out the camera angle still. I put my stickers over here. I need to move them back there, but you know, I just haven't had the time to move everything over yet. So yeah. And YouTube went down? Oh, YouTube in general maybe? But yeah, it looked like it's working for me. That or I'm like, I guess I can press refresh. Let me see what happens. Oh, no, it's working. Okay, cool. Well, hi, good to see you, Logan. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. New house? I know. Yeah, dude, I just moved. It's been crazy, dude. I've been moving. It's been so wild. But Simply Dale says, it's going not too bad. About to finally finish a CAD project for work. I've been working for a good 3 weeks now. Congrats on the move. How'd it go? Hey, thanks for asking. Hey, congrats on finishing the CAD project, dude. That's what's up. Yeah, so the move, honestly, oh yeah, so I got all kinds of, dude, since it's been a whole week, I have so many stories to tell y'all. You have no clue. Just all week long, I'll be like carrying a big box and be like, oh shit, I gotta write this down to talk about it later. You know what I mean? But overall, it's, you know, I still have to clean my old house. It's been like, I don't know, it's been like a nonstop workout. I sleep like, so because I don't know, it's just been a lot of like figuring out, like, it's like I'm playing Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, you know what I mean? I live in a 1-bedroom now, so I've been trying to fit all my stuff. And like the thing is that like I feel like I'm the kind of person that doesn't have a lot of stuff, but then I don't know, because I just collect so much like random video games, music, and all this other stuff that I just like, as I was unpacking it all, I was like, why do I have so much stuff, dude? So honestly, it's been, if I'm keeping it real, one of the more stressful things. I'm not even gonna lie. It's been kind of wild, but all in all, you know what? Like, it is what it is. Hopefully, I'm here for a minute. I'm trying not to move again for at least another. Listen, I gotta stay somewhere because this moving once a year is kind of getting overdone. I need to stop doing that. Keeping it real. But yeah, thanks for asking, dude. And always in the room. I've been gaming lately. I started playing Species Unknown. Yap Yap. Oh, I never heard of that. Wild Hearts, Helldivers 2A, and playing Breath of the Wild. Dude, enjoy it. Breath of the Wild, I just, you know what I mean? It's like one of those games that you wish you can go back and just play it all over again for the first time. It's like such a banging game. It's so good. I need what's it called? Box cutter. I think like these child-safe box cutters, so you can't like cut yourself. But I'm not gonna lie, I poked myself once or twice. But what's it called? Logan says, I just moved to Lamau. Hey, dude. Well, I hope your move went well. What's it called? Yeah, how was your move, Logan? Was anything wild from it? And always the move was definitely congrats on the move. Hey, thank you, dude. Yeah, it was a journey for sure. But thanks for the congrats, dude. Logan says, I low-key just listened to the entirety of Groovy Through the Galaxy instead of just picking songs by title, and I turned up the volume up. I listened to Goodbye Earth before that one part. Logan says, that goes, I know you just turned the volume up. Thank you, friend. Because honestly, dude, it was, to me, that was like, when I was making Goodbye Earth, I was like, dude, I don't know why, but when I was writing the lyrics for it, like my verse, I was like, maybe this is the most cockiest moment or conceited moment of my life, but I was like, this song is so good. I just knew the way the intro went, where it's just like, it's so wonderful, and the way it kind of like fades in. It's like one of those songs that's like, oh shit, and you know, I just felt like it was one of those where you had to like turn the volume up as soon as it came on, just because of the way the intro was. So I put that in the verse because I just thought, like, if someone heard the song for the first time and they're like, damn, this is pretty good, and turned it up, I thought that, you know, it would be such a like fourth wall breaking moment that they would be like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Because I love when songs do that, when they like break the fourth wall. I don't know. So yeah. But yeah, thank you, Logan. I appreciate it. This is what I'm looking for. And then Simply Hideo says, I hope the next one will be the one for you. In the meantime, though, hopefully you'll find some rest periods too. Yeah, dude, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I'm so far, honestly, I'm liking this place. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. And again, not to hit y'all with my weirdo stuff, but I've been doing all my little like astrology stuff. I moved in. I chose the timing where all the planets are doing the right thing, so I made sure the stars were aligned when I moved in. So we'll see if that helps. But yeah. It's like, you know the phrase, like, oh, if the stars align, like I literally be living my life by that now. I'm like, are the stars aligned for this? If so, all right, now's the time. So we'll see. Hopefully I get a real good home vibe from here. But so far it's been cool. The cats like it here. I found a place for the litter box where it's not too bad. It's still I gotta get like some kind of like better smelly stuff, because my cats, as they're getting older, their dumps are starting to smell crazy, dude. Let me tell you. So yeah. But anyways, Rosie says, moving sounded chaotic since I experienced the move around COVID, but we were lucky it was during COVID days. At least you made it to the new space. I know, yeah. Yeah, moving during COVID, I'm sure it was like a 50-50, because it was like, you know, there's like less things you gotta move around because it's like COVID times. At the same time, it's also like, I could imagine you were like, let me not touch anything. You know what I mean? That must have been like, I can imagine that brings its own problems, but also like its own benefits. But thank you, Roses. Yeah, I'm glad that I at least made it here. I have to return my keys tomorrow, and tonight I'm gonna go back real quick and just like wipe down the apartment, because I literally got like the last like baggie of stuff out of the apartment like right before we started streaming. So yeah. So we made it. Thankfully we made it, dude. So yeah. And Logan says, you low-key got to put the lyrics on VSPs or on Genius. They're not anywhere, Lamau. I know, yeah. That's one thing. I have my verse written down, like all the lyrics and stuff for it, but I have to hit up Astro Black to get his, or theirs, keeping it real. So what's it called? Because yeah, honestly, like Astro Black's verse on it is like crazy, dude. But yeah, I do want the lyrics somewhere, because yeah, I am kind of proud of how the lyrics that we wrote on that. But yo, Prod Tech, dude, good to see you. How you doing? Yeah, man, I remember you got to see the other day, dude. I'm glad to hear it made it safe and sound. Thanks for grabbing it again. I'm glad to hear it made it. And yeah, thanks for letting me know, dude. How you liking it so far? You're still here, Prod Tech. All right, so we're gonna print this out for Jarek. 20958. Let's go. Oh. Bruh. There we go. But Logan says, but yeah, my move was cool. The most stressful part was moving my HS5s. Yeah, breaking the cone. Yeah, exactly. When I move these, I mean, now you can kind of see them. When I move my my Yamahas, dude, it is kind of scary. What I do is I put like a ton of paper towels around them, around the cones, to make sure they don't get like messed up. And I usually like put them facing the outside of the box, so someone would have like stabbed the box and then stabbed the paper towels to even cause anything. It's worked out pretty fine. I move pretty often. It hasn't like blown up or anything, but yeah, it is something I also get really afraid of. So I don't blame you, dude. I feel you on that. 209. Oh, it's way up here. Oh, okay, cool. And Johnny says it's like a sync between, like, I guess talking about what's it called? Goodbye Earth. Oh, you had to go to sleep. I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm sorry, I just got getting to you. But dude, good night. I hope you enjoy your sleep. But I'll answer this just in case you ever watch the VOD or something. But Johnny says it's like a sync between the artist and the fan, and it just goes to show we all really do connect. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I really think. I don't know. I guess I'm going. I don't know. I'm going deep into it, but for a while I didn't. The way I kind of see spirituality these days is it's anything you like make connections to, and that's why at least that's how the way I've like kind of like redefined it for myself. So and that's when, you know, people say music can be spiritual. I think it's in that sense that it's like it's a type of thing that you just connect to people with. It's just a way to connect with others, and that's where I think the spirituality of music really lies. So yeah. So I 100% agree with you, Johnny, and I'm glad to hear that you're feeling it too, dude. But and oh yeah, Project says it's great, bro. I'm loving it. Hey, I'm glad to hear you're loving the CD. Good to see the move went good and everything. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, good is debatable, but it happened. But yeah, we did move. But yeah. But yeah, I'm alive. You know what I mean? All the stuff, nothing broke. And I'm the kind of person, dude, where I get so fed up with moving sometimes I just start throwing boxes and everything. So nothing broke. So that's good. But yeah. Oh, I got a standing desk. I don't know if I ever told you all this, but yeah, my desk can stand up. And what's it called? Run Mooney, yo, Run Mooney, dude, good to see you. How you been? I'm sorry, I just now was trying to catch up with everything. But yo, how has your week been, Run Mooney? It's been a little bit. Anything new with you, dog? And Logan says, I just found out Astro Black has the CDs from Oceanfront. Yep, yeah, I do Astro Black's merch as well on Spotify, and it made me so confused because you don't have Aviscerall merch or Ichi Mafia on Spotify, and you don't have Groovy Kaiju. What? I should have Aviscerall stuff on Spotify. I'm pretty sure I have Ichi's merch and Avisceral's merch linked to Spotify. YouTube is kind of weird for YouTube music. I tried to figure that out. YouTube is like, it's. I just started that recently, and it was really goofy. So yeah, but Spotify, they should all be linked up, Logan. My bad. If they're not, then I'll go figure that out. Thanks for letting me know. Cool. Future me, when I rewatch the VOD, look into the Spotify Ichi Mafia and Aviscerall Ichi Mafia Shopify link. So yeah. The melodies. But Rosa says, I love when songs acknowledge the audience of the fourth wall. Goodbye Earth captured the energy you wanted so well. Having that part is such a nice touch. Hey, thank you, Rosa. I appreciate it. Yeah, same. I think one of I mean, this is kind of like the best example of that, I'll be honest, and it's kind of like a goofy one in terms of like, oh, I forgot to find the printer. It's kind of goofy, so my bad on this, but it's like one of my favorite rappers. But the line is, he just says, I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but he just says, I am the master race, and then pause, exactly. And to me, that's like, huh? That doesn't make any sense. And like, but the thing is that when he says that, so he's a very dark person. And I was thinking of like historical context of like, but that never happened, and yada, yada, yada. And just like pretty much the internal dialogue you have with yourself about that line, whatever you come to the conclusion to, he then says, exactly. So it's like a fourth wall breaking moment where it's like a statement that causes you to think. And then when you finally come to the conclusion that he's right, he's like, exactly. I don't know. So like I was trying to like replicate that almost in that thank you for turning up the volume, because like I you know what I mean. So even if some people didn't, they're like, that's cool. But the people who did were just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I hope that makes sense. But so yeah, so that's where I got like really inspired from. The rapper's name is Just Allah, but don't listen to the music unless you want to like listen to. It's actually very offensive. I'm not gonna lie. My buddy put me on, but he's the kind of like big pun, big L, like old 90s, like we're gonna run up in the hood and do some crazy things type of rap. But it's all like spiritual, miracle, lyrical. Or if you like a Smack DVD, I don't know. There's like a whole, I'm sure you know, but like, it's a kind of, he likes battle rappers essentially. So that's like kind of Just Allah's kind of stuff, but he's not a battle rapper. I don't know, it's kind of explained. Anyways, I'm getting too deep into that, but yeah, you get the point. But Logan says, I just got a standing desk before moving in, Lamau. Hey. Yeah, dude, standing desks are pretty cool. Like, you know, they keep you active. It's better than just sitting down all day. And I feel like it's gonna, you know what I mean? It helps out my back a little bit. Oh no, there's only have one R in their name. Okay, we're good. Yeah, if I ever mail anyone anything and I spell your name wrong, I try so hard not to. Cool. And then Bramuni says, making burritos right now. Hey, that's what's up. And I've been chilling on my partners for the past few weeks. Hey, did you get away from the storms? Oh, it's so cool, dude. I'm glad to hear. I love that. I hope y'all having a good time. Y'all like doing like, I don't know, what do y'all do? Like playing Mario Party or something? That's a cool thing to do. Spend time with your partner is always nice. But Logan says, I didn't see it because it's a Spotify crack and may have broken it. Oh, okay, Logan. Yeah, that probably might have broken it then. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. Yeah, because because Spotify's kind of goofy when you like start cracking it from what I heard. All right, so as you can see here, this is all the tapes now, and I have to like, yeah, I don't know, I still have to decide how I want to, oh my god, I almost dropped all these CDs. I would have cried. Yeah, I still gotta figure out how I want to like organize the whole room. Okay, so we need one Relic Rupture CD. And Roses, that's cool. Oh, thank you, Roses. Okay, I'm glad you hear like the fourth wall wrap explanation that I was mentioning. And Romani says, been watching the Olympics. Is it absolutely insane? Yeah, dude. I heard about that. Isn't the like didn't the one figure skater, she won the gold? Isn't she like an anime fan? I've been seeing like all the pictures of her with like the Chainsaw Man Pochita. And I was like, hey, yo. And she's from the Bay, dude. She's from Oakland apparently. And I was like, dang, Too Short Baby coming straight out of Oakland? That's crazy. But yeah, I used to live in the Bay Area for like a little bit, so it's just like, hey, you know what I mean? So that's super sick. And then, dude, I have like a billion Groove in the Galaxy. What is this? Okay, nope. But Logan says, not only see on Groovy Kaiju, it doesn't show up on Aviscerall or Ichi Mafia. For sure. Yeah, I'll look into it, dude. I mean, I said it in like the earlier, so I'll figure it out. Thank you, Logan. I appreciate you always looking out for me, though. You always be helping me out, and I actually for real appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Because I always feel like I'm just trying to survive. But Rosa says the Olympics mascots are so cute. I know, yeah. Yeah, they're always crushing it. Cool. All the tapes that I needed. But yeah, the Olympics is super dope. I need to go back and like watch them because I like to watch the snowboard. I remember last VOD I was telling Simply Day, I was like, bro, you gotta check out Zeb Powell, dude. Zeb Powell is who I want to be when I grow up, even though I think I'm older than them. So yeah. And Logan says, let me check this off of my checklist so I don't mess anything up. Logan says, and it turns out for YouTube, you just need to have reach monetization requirements, which means I'll just need to stay on Oceanfront's YouTube. And so that one gif with a cat with a human thumb, which means it'll just need to stay on. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's there's a reason why I haven't like done per artist YouTube stuff. Is because like getting monetized on YouTube is like its own thing. And if you look into it, Logan, I saw a thing from Eldre, who's like another artist. I don't know them personally, but they made like I think an Instagram thread, you know, because Instagram has their own Twitter now, about being like a artist channel. And I guess their YouTube partner told them like, yeah, we like completely give artists a whole different algorithm. So if you're trying to like use your artist account for certain things, like you kind of get like kneecapped, like they kind of like shoot you in the foot. So you kind of have to make a separate YouTube anyways if you want. I don't know, it's kind of the way they described it sounded like, okay, yeah, you kind of need to. YouTube's kind of goofing when it comes to like their approach to like musician channels. So I was like, yeah, I kind of just want to keep everything under one roof anyways. So yeah, that makes sense. But yeah. But so we could talk about the stream. Oh wait, no, you know what? We're all here. You know what it's time for? It's time for dun 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 dun. Jermaine made it safe and sound. Let's go. Oh. Jermaine, woohoo. Yeah, so I kind of was goofing. The move with Jermaine was actually really, really tough because Jermaine was like not happy that they had to move so much. And this room gets a lot more sunlight. But yeah, all in all though, Jermaine's doing good. Jermaine is chilling. As you can see, this one leaf is now bigger than the big leaf before. But it's not, he hasn't like spread it out yet. So I'm kind of like, oh, we'll see. I guess I don't want to assume Jermaine's gender, but yeah. But yeah. Yeah, Jermaine's doing good. And Roses, I'm still going to get Jermaine a bigger pot. It's just about, I just haven't had time. So yeah. But we got Jermaine's light set up over here, but I'll probably try to move it at some point just because I want us to all be able to see Jermaine. You know what I mean? But it's just, I'm trying to figure everything out right now still. I'm still not even done moving, I ain't gonna lie to you. So yeah. But as you can see Jermaine in the background now. But Simply Dale says Jermaine, Lucas says Jermaine, Rose says Jermaine. I know, dude. As you can see, it's already gotten a lot darker in here just because this, like, there's a window right here and it's like, even though I close it, it's still like super bright. So it's kind of funny to see it like it's slowly getting darker inside the room. So yeah. But Logan says, but I found out if you make an Ocean Online account for Ichi or Aviscerall, use collaboration feature, link the visualizer, music videos, artist profile, short profile. Yeah, and then let you take part in internships. Yeah, that's true. I could do like a whole collab post thing on all of them. Yeah, I have to look more into it. Logan, honestly, I think I mentioned it a while ago, but now that I'm moved, my next big step is to try to like get an assistant to help me do all these like little small quality of life things for the overall, like everything I'm doing, just because I haven't had like the time. So yeah, so one of those things that like as soon as I can hire somebody, then I think we'll be good to go. But yeah, thanks for all the tips, dude. I really appreciate it. I'll look into it. Like I was saying. So yeah. But Rosa says understandable. There's no rush for the pot since it's still growing. Yeah, exactly, Rosa. Okay, cool. Thank you, Roses. Yeah, but we'll get there. And like I live like not that far from the Home Depot anyway, so like literally it's just about like taking the 10-15 minutes to go in there and be like, yo, give me a pot. You know what I mean? Home Depot employee, please. And Logan says, cat with human thumb gif. Hell yeah, dude. I wonder if there is a way to put like gifs in Instagram chat. That'd be pretty cool. Oh my god. Yeah, that cat with a human thumb gif is pretty sick. But also, so the title of the stream, since now that we're here, I said a new environment makes all the difference. I kind of put that there just because we moved. But also, funnily enough, Logan, I don't know if you do this, or I mean if you can, but on the HS5s, but on these speakers, you can't really see them that well, but I'll take them down real quick. I'll take off one of them. But what I like to do is that whenever I go to a Chinese food place, I always like to stick like my little like fortune cookie things. You can like slip them into the actual speaker right here. So on my screen, I just always have these little fortune cookies statements. Ugh. It's super tiny. You probably can't read it, but it says a new environment makes all the difference in the world. So yeah, so that's why I put that there, because it's like kind of like the whole moving thing that just happened. And it's something that I look at every single day. I kind of use them as like little affirmations to be like, yeah. It's because I like to like subconsciously trick myself into life is good. But Logan says, I sent it to my dad so much I brain rotted him into sending it to me randomly. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm glad that you and your dad have such a fun relationship, dude. A good relationship. That's sick. And that's so good. And thank you, Logan. But I also brought this up because do y'all have any like fun fortune cookie stories? Like, have y'all ever gotten like a really good fortune cookie or like a really bad one that you were like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah, like, what the hell? But yeah. Another one of my favorites on here is be happy with the person you are and don't let anyone tell you otherwise, dude. It's this one right here. That's sort of my favorite. And Logan says, if Ocean ever becomes big, my job is bring unemployed. I had a horrendous brain fart. Yeah, no worries, dude. But yo, Professor Hoots, dude, good to see you. Hey, I just got your new CD. I love it, man. Hey, I'm glad to hear. Yeah, I was actually just rewatching the last VOD because I just moved. And a lot of it was pretty much just, I remember the last stream, I was just like, Professor Hoots, I got you. And I remember I gave you, didn't I give you the other CD for free, if I'm not mistaken? I gave you Monster Zero on top of whatever, with the Destroy All Monsters. But yeah, either way, dude, I appreciate, I'm glad to hear you got it and you're loving it. Thanks for letting me know, dude. Thanks for stopping by. How's your Tuesday? And Rosa says, nice ones. Thank you, Roses. Yeah, I have a bunch. And oh, Marcus, dude, good to see you. Dude, Marcus, I've been MIA, dude. I just moved. I remember, so Marcus, since you're here for a second, dude, my bad. I know I DM'd you on this Discord and I was like, bro, we should like talk sometime. And then I haven't checked Discord since. I'm so sorry. Because like I sent it to you and I was like, I want to talk to Marcus. And then I was like, fuck, I gotta move. And I don't know, I brain farted pretty hard. So my bad if you were like, yeah, and I just haven't responded yet. I'm sorry, Marcus. But how you doing, Marcus? Good to see you. I love for you, dog. And but Marcus says, I got a fortune cookie that said, you'll step on the soil of many countries. And then I started going on international trips a few months later. Dude, isn't that crazy? Fortune cookies, I think there's something to them. I think there's some woo-woo thing about them that actually is like, so because sometimes they'd be a little too accurate, you know what I mean? I feel like sometimes they're like kind of like tarot cards or something. Fortune cookies be kind of be calling it. But that's sick though, dude. I'm glad to hear your fortune cookie like affirmed what's it called? I'm glad to hear that your fortune cookie like kind of knew. It saw the future. Yeah, I should start doing that next time I have like a big life crisis. I'm like, let me just get some Chinese food. See my fortune cookie says. But anyways. Logan says, I forgot what I was gonna say. No worries. Skyr says, I can't remember the last time I got a fortune cookie actually. Yeah, dude. I mean, no worries. Yeah, sometimes, I don't know, so it just, I felt like, I'm trying to think of another one. I've had some where like, I remember once a friend got a fortune cookie that was like, you should talk less or something. It was just like kind of mean. It was like, damn. Because sometimes like, you know, fortune cookies are supposed to always be positive, but I've gotten like, some of my friends got one once where it was like, bro, you need to shut up. Like, damn, fortune cookie. Like, what the fuck? So yeah. I was wondering if anyone had like a funny story like that. When Marcus says, okay, I heard Lamau and I was gonna call you, but Danny was like, I just called him and he said he was busy moving. Okay, sick, yeah. Yeah, my bad. But dude, I should be done, like, I should be chilling pretty soon. But aren't you also busy? I think, yeah. I think we're both just busy dudes. We're both just busy guys. I don't know, but I want to catch up with you at some point, Marcus, because I miss you, dude. And Zaku talking to Marcus says, watch him on Twitch instead of Instagram, coward. Wow. Yeah, Zaku's just messing with Marcus. But good to see you, Zaku. How you doing, dude? But Professor Hoot says, going great, and yeah, it was Monster Tape 0 and Destroy All Monsters. Okay, yeah. I'm glad I remembered. Hell yeah. Sick. But I'm glad to hear that, you know, you got them safe and sound, Professor Hoot, and you're feeling them, and you're like, these are dope. Heck yeah, dude. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. All right, so next one we got to print out is 20971. Oh, it's right here. Okay, cool. And how much does this weigh? go. It's exactly 12 ounces. But Marcus says, lol, consult the fortune cookies. I mean, for real though, dude, they kind of sometimes are a little eerily too accurate. But actually, to be fair though, sometimes I've kept a couple that, like, I have one on here that says, a surprise gift will leave a lasting impression. I didn't get a single gift, dude. I got no gift. It's like here on my speaker because I was like, I want to remember it. I got this one at least like a few months ago. I haven't got a gift since. Not that I'm like complaining, just more like, come on, bro. How you gonna get me excited for that? You know what I mean? So yeah. But who knows? They didn't say what time. Maybe the gift's still coming. Even though, you know, maybe it's a gift in the future. But Simply Adele says, reminds me of Rick and Morty episode about fortune cookies themselves coming true. There was a Rick and Morty episode about that? That's sick. I just remember the Szechuan sauce. About to put the order slip in here. But Logan says, bro, I was clowning on the distributor video because the company that owns them distributes for Snoop Dogg and Kanye, yet doesn't use their own white label plan, but they're the only ones that didn't ghost me. Oh, well, it'd be like that sometimes, dude. Sometimes you kind of have to, like, swallow the pride and just be like, yup, well. You know what I mean? Because you never know. But I'm glad to hear that, you know, they got back to you, though. And Marcus says, ooh, woo. Yo, dude. What? I haven't seen a good ooh woo in a while. Whatever happened to ooh wooing, dude? But I think the ones I remember the most are the ones that I was saying I'll get great success and stuff. I guess that led me to getting jobs. Hey, simply that. There you go. Maybe it's just because the fortune cookies is just like, you know what? This is a successful guy right here. You know what I mean? Maybe fortune cookies are just like, they can just sense how successful you are in life. You know what I mean? And that's what's up. And Zaku says, chilling, getting off work early tonight. Hey, that's what's up, dude. Congrats on getting off of work early. That's always good. You got any fun plans for a Tuesday night, Zaku? Marcus says, what if it means you have to gift something to someone? Oh shit, Marcus, you're probably right, dude. I didn't think about it. See, that's what I get for being too self-centered. I was so busy thinking about, where's my gift? It's like, no, where's the gift that I'm giving somebody else? You're right, you're spitting. Ask not what your surprise gift can do for you. Ask what you can do for your surprise gift. Hell yeah, Marcus, thank you. I'll have to think about that. Who am I? Did I give a gift to somebody? I mean, I had my buddy help me out move. I bought them Chinese food. So maybe that was the gift. Maybe I left a lasting impression on them. So yeah. And Guy says, imagine getting a fortune cookie, just has your IP address on it. That would be hilarious, dude. I'd be freaked out. I'm like, am I in the Matrix right now, dude? Oh, dude, that's comedy. Yeah, I think I'd be like, I'm in the Matrix. Speaking of IP addresses, dude, I have Google Fiber now, dude. My internet's 3 gigabit. I was mentioning that last time. It's been so fast. I've been like just using the internet like, yo. So yeah. But Skyr said, oh no, not Skyr. Tiara, dude, what's up? Good to see you, Tiara. Tiara says, rawr. Dude, congrats on the huge show you did, dude. I saw it. You guys were killing it, dude. I saw like your post from the top and you like had the big crowd and everything. Dude, huge congrats to you, dude. I think you stopping by. How's your Tuesday, dog? How's that post show going? Are you feeling like real good about it? I'd be super proud if I were you, of like you and your team. And Logan says, hopefully Vidya, the distributor, lets them have a special thanks in their metadata. That would be sick. Do they let you do that? All right, we need Cruising the Galaxy. And Rosa says, I had a fortune cookie that told me to be honest about my feelings in a situation where I had to be. Nothing bad. I think I remember giving a gift I was meant to give. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, see, fortune cookies. Yo. We got to make fortune cookies, y'all. We got to start a restaurant and give out. We got to do this. That's the next field trip, is that we're all going to start a fortune cookie business together. Hell yeah. I'm glad y'all are stoked on fortune cookies as much as I am, because every time I get one, I'm like, hell yeah. It's even to the point now where I'm like, sometimes I like when they put the fortune cookies out, I won't grab it. I'll like let it befall me. Like I'll wait until the waiter is like, here you go. And I'm like, okay, they chose for me. This is the one that's meant for me. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'm like, dang, what if I accidentally grab somebody else's fortune? Like if you're going out with like a bunch of friends, you know what I mean? So I was thinking, I don't know. I get too into this. But yeah. And Zaku says I might stream. I don't know, I may watch a movie. Okay, sick. If you streamed, I'll try to check it out. But after this, I have to go back to my old apartment and clean. But I'll try to throw it on if you are. But or watch a movie, dude. Hell yeah. And Simply Deo says if they got an IP address on their bunch of cookie jokes, but they would start panicking. I think I would panic too for a little bit though. Yeah, I mean. But at the same, I don't know. I'm the kind of guy where it's like, I don't know. Maybe this is too cocky, but I'd be like, bro, I wish they would pull up. I'd be like, bro. I'd be like, pull up on me then. Pull up on me then. You know what I mean? Pull up on me then. You know what I'm saying? You got my IP address. Pull up. So yeah. Oh, I can't. Gotta scroll. The Keyblade Lamau, exactly. And Shenanigans, good to see you. How you doing? Once I had a fortune cookie I ignored for 2 weeks, and it said it's about time. That's wild. That's wild. That's so like in the future seeing. It knew. The fortune, that's like breaking the fourth wall. That's crazy. Not the Keyblade threat. Yeah, Shenanigans. Have you had the Panda Inn ones? They're dipped in chocolate. I haven't. I'll have to check those out. Yeah, I know. I used to live next to Panda Inn, but I just never actually went. That's cool. They dip them in chocolate. That's cool. But yeah, that's the Keyblade threat. Yeah. Have you ever seen the meme that's like, ladies, how do you know your man's not going to cheat on you? And it's a guy who just pulls out a Keyblade. He's like, this is how she knows I'll never cheat on her because I own a Keyblade. It's like the ultimate I'm a loyal man trophy, if that makes sense. But no, for real, that Keyblade, honestly, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, not that I actually think it's a weapon, but that thing is kind of heavy, dude. If I get hit by that, I'd be like, oh well, rip. It's actually kind of hefty. Shenanigans, I'm dead. Tiara says thank you. You're welcome, dude. Logan says I use T-Mobile for mobile data and Wi-Fi. It's cheapest, way faster than Xfinity. I feel you on that, yeah. But it's because of 5G and stuff. I heard that it can be a lot faster. So that's sick, dude. And some distributors let you do that. Some will even let you put anything. Okay, I feel that, yeah. Yeah, distributors are, they're goofy. They're just doing whatever. But Tiara also says that venue is like the pinnacle of music for their show. They just play, like, I think it's called the Norva, right? I don't know. I saw it on my feed like 24/7 in like a good way. Like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? So I felt like I was part of the rollout, even though just as a viewer, because I was like liking every post. But it's the pinnacle of music, and when I was younger, when I was in high school, I always dreamed of playing that at least once. My band played there 13 times. I never got the headline. Well, dude, congrats on the headline. And on February 14th, oh no, I smudged it. February 14th, I got to play there for the 14th time, and I finally got the headline. Congrats, dude. It was something I always dreamed about doing. I can't believe that might happen. I'm still processing. Hell yeah. Dude, I'm glad to hear. And let me get the last bit of this. Couldn't be more grateful. Hell yeah, dude. Well, dude, I'm glad to hear that you're thankful for it. And like, just, I don't know. And don't forget, if I may, Tiara, don't forget to celebrate, man. Like, for real, like, go out and get something nice. Do something for yourself. Buy yourself something nice. Because that's something I have to consciously remind myself all the time with my music, is that whenever I do something big, like, you should celebrate. Because, like, no one's going to celebrate that for you. Like, you have to celebrate it for yourself. You know what I mean? So, please, dude. Congrats. I don't know. I'm like, hell yeah from afar. So, congrats, dude. But Ramuni says, gonna have to head out early. I'll be back on my setup in my next stream. Happy movies coming together. Y'all have a good night, dude. Catch you around, Ramuni. My bad for just now seeing this, but I appreciate you, dude. Hope you have a good night, and yeah, see you next stream, dude. The next stream should be Sunday, because we're gonna do Tuesday, Sundays until I have time to figure out a Friday thing. So yeah. But Logan says, Kaiju's cookies for fortune cookies. That'd be so sick, dude. Hell yeah, Logan. So cool and goated and amazing. Yeah. I'd be down. I have a pretty good cookie recipe too. We can make them like vegan or something. I don't know. Not they have to be vegan, but that'd be pretty cool if they were. But Neon Mart, hi, how you doing, bro? Hey, I'm doing good. Just streaming. Been in the process of moving, so a little stressed, I'm not gonna lie. But I should return my keys tomorrow, and then the rest of this week is just gonna be, doing moving stuff and trying to unpack and everything for real. But thanks for asking, Neon Mart. And I saw you said something else. You said, I enjoyed our talk long ago about music. Anything new? Oh yeah, same here. I enjoyed it a lot as well. And what's it called? Anything new? What's it called? Mostly been just listen. Have you heard Northwest? I mentioned it last stream, but Northwest song "Piercing on My Hand" is pretty dank. I like J. Cole's new album. There's all kinds of good music. Yeah. How about you, Neon Mark? Or you should have a good night. I'm sorry, I'm just not getting back to you, but but that's what's new for me musically. Unless you got something else you want to bring up, but yeah. And Rosa says that Panda Express has the best fortune cookies. Yeah. I honestly like two of the ones I have on my speakers are two Panda Express fortune cookies. I do like theirs too. Panda Express has some pretty good fortune cookies. Oh no, I signed the wrong part. Do you think they'd be tripping if I signed it twice? Probably not, right? I signed it twice. I'm sure they're gonna be like, huh? I'm sure they'll understand. But everyone says pull up Lamau, the Keyblade, Roses, and Subladeo. Logan says, bro, got the big key, not the Keyblade threat shenanigans. Yeah. Rosa says, we're gonna need a stream or Kaiju Club video dedicated to talking about your stuff because that's a cool Keyblade. I'm curious now. Yeah, I do have a bunch of little random collected. Yeah, I'll try to future me when I rewatch the VOD. Try to do like a Kaiju Power. That's what I call the Kaiju Club low key when I do like the more fun updates. The Kaiju Power on like just stuff that I collect. Keyblade, probably my music collection. I haven't done one of my music collection in a long time. And what other nerdy things I got around the room. But yeah, thanks, Rose. Thanks for letting me know. Shinnigan says, we put our katanas on our curtain rod yesterday. Oh, that's sick. And I'm like, dang, I should take a picture and post it. And have you seen the news story of Weebs? You should take a poster and post that. That sounds super sick. And have you seen the news story of the Weebs who straight up use the katanas on burglars? That's wild. I mean, honestly though, it is like, like I said, I could, you know what I mean? Like if someone really pulled up on me, like that would do some damage. I'm not gonna, let me not incriminate myself, but I'm just saying, I would not want to get hit by that. And using a katana to defend yourself that's actually so cool. That's like something I would tell my grandkids, you know what I mean? I'd be like, Sonny, when I was your age, you know what I mean? They'd be like, wow, Grandpa, you're just like, what's that one game? Sekiro, right? You know what I mean? Or you're just like I don't know, there's all kinds of katana characters from anime. The first one, I'll admit, the first one that came to mind was, is it Zoro or Zolo? I have to say the whole One Piece rap, Mama. Gaio, give it up, dream and movie. If I had the time to redo the entire One Piece rap intro in my brain, but the guy with the green hair and One Piece, I'd be like, bro, I used to be him when I was your age if I actually had to attack some burglars with a katana. And OTR says, thank you, bye. All right, I'll get you around, TR. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good night. Oh, and Logan says, low-key, I'm making unblocked game sites because my school has those annoying phone pouches, but I have to everything from one version of RetroArch, like Skibidi Toilet Battlegrounds. Okay, hell yeah. Sick. Yeah, I remember like when I was back in school, like those unblocked game sites were like everything. I remember Cool Math Games. Is Cool Math Games, did they ever block that one? Because it's called Cool Math Games, so I don't think they ever caught on. But I remember back then it was like everyone was playing the one game where you're like the 3D alien dude, like jumping through like the 3D platforms. My bad, I'm writing a message to Jackson real quick. Oh. My handwriting has never been worse in my entire life. Jackson's gonna be like, were you drunk when you wrote that? I signed his vinyl twice. Vinyl is like worst handwriting ever. So yeah. But Neon Mark says, have a good, okay. Neon Mark said, it's okay. I got a ton of music recs if you want some great 90s, 80s vibes. Yeah, send them over. What's it called? I have my email, my bio, Neon Mark. Do you want to send them over here? Or you can just post them here and I can like read them out. And then I rewatch all the VODs, so you tell me, I'll go back and listen to them. But Logan says, Northwest is one of the best songwriters ever. Piercing on My Hand is peak human intelligence. You know Miles is Isaac Newton. Northwest is Einstein. Logan, yeah. But for real, Piercing on My Hand is such a good... I listen to it like at least like 3 times a day. It's so good. And Hunt Wave, hello. Good to see you, dude. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. How's your Tuesday? And I know Shenanigans said they just got hit with ads. I'm sorry, Shenanigans. Shenanigans, take it back. But Subideo says, feels like once in a lifetime event to use a katana for real. No, for real though. For real, it would be a once in a lifetime. Like, this is wild. Like, I feel like, yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. I would tell that story for the rest of my life, dude. I feel one guy just at like a party with like by myself, just being like, I used a katana once to like protect my house, and they'd be like that's such a. I would be telling everybody. That would be, people would start knowing me as the katana guy. But Rosa says both are correct. Lil Zolo was English and Zoro was the original. Okay, thank you, Roses. I'm glad. Yeah, I was wondering, why do I feel like it's? Why am I mixing up in my brain right now? Yeah. Okay, I'm glad to hear that I wasn't tripping. Thank you, Roses. And yeah, Shenanigans. Oh well, when you get back from ads, let me know. I want to respond. I'm sorry. We're back. Okay, Shenanigans. I owe you a bunch of replies. Kaiju collection. Yeah, Kaiju collection. That's super. I would be super. I'll probably call it that, honestly, when I title the update. And it's metal. I'm saying it would hurt. Hell yeah. Grandpappy Kaiju. Yeah. That's another thing. I think I mentioned it. I don't know if you're here for it, but last stream I think we were talking about how I need to do like a sticker pack of like just a bunch of different like Groovy Kaiju variants. Grandpappy Kaiju would be super sick. And Shenanigan says the one thing they remember from the dub version of the intro was Nami's not shy. Yeah, dude. I remember that. I used to be able to rap the entire thing. I just can't anymore. But sometimes I'll drop like the OG One Piece like rap in like some of my live sets. Like whenever I'm playing a more anime focused event, I'll drop it. There's always one guy that's like, yo, no way. So yeah. But Simply Dale says Run 3 was the best. Hell yeah, yeah, the alien guy that like runs like this and he like run on the walls and stuff. Yeah, that game was super sick. And Rosa says that game was fun too. Yeah, okay, I'm glad both of y'all know about it. That's awesome. Y'all only played it a little bit. I was more of a Super Smash Flash myself. Remember the one where you can like, I think it was on Newgrounds, but you can like play as like Sora before Sora was actually in Smash, and like Goku. So yeah. Shenanigans says, someone asked me to stream cool math games the other day, and I'm like, I don't know, Lamau, it's so old school though. Yeah, I mean, I could imagine. I remember you mentioned to me that your audience is a little bit, that's something they would totally probably be into, right? But yeah, I feel you on the IDK about that one, yeah. Because like, I don't know, you know, what would really be the what's it called? Like that would be an interesting thing to stream. But that's funny that someone brought it up. Cool Math Games is having a moment, I guess, right now. They're having a comeback. But Logan says, I'm gonna check what license Wazn Boy has because that's better than emulator.js because Wazn is better than JavaScript. Yeah. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, feel free to check it out. I even saw there's someone on YouTube who actually made like a tutorial on how to use it recently. So if like you know how to write code, dude, there's someone that actually what's it called? Wrote up a little like guide how to use my old emulator inside of React app. So yeah, it's out there. And Rosa says, cool math game survived the death of Flash 2, if I remember correctly. It did. I remember it did, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of surprising that it did. I don't know how they figured it out, but yeah, the last second. That's super sick though. You can remember everyone had to download like the emulator Ruffle to play Flash games again. But Logan with the cat with the human thumb gif. Hell yeah. Logan said cool math games prevented the majority of death by Flash by investing in things like AWFL. Yeah, exactly. They were like looking into all kinds of different ways to like, you know, handle like the death of Flash and stuff like that. So people could still play the games. I remember the big one was Ruffle. It was like a Chrome extension you could download. That's what I was using for a cool minute. Whenever I was playing Flash games here and there. Oh yeah. Dang, we ran them all Sub-Zero stickers. I gotta get some more. But Reckless Calamity, hello dude, good to see you. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. How's your Tuesday, Reckless Calamity? But and Shenanigan says Granddaddy Kaiju in a sticker pack is legit. Hey, thank you. Yeah, that would be, I don't know, I like that one a lot. I can imagine they would kind of look like Master Roshi or something from Dragon Ball. That's what I imagine in my head at least. And Simply Adeo says, SSF was the game where everyone was on in my library. I remember being so confused when I saw the anime Big 3 in the game. Oh, Super Smash Flash? Yeah. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, the fact that Goku was in Smash. At some point, I think they actually were talking about putting Goku in Smash. But everyone was like, no, because he's not a video game character, he's an anime character. And I'm like, well, what about Budokai, though? You know what I mean? Because low-key, I learned Dragon Ball more from the video games than I did actually like from watching Dragon Ball, my whole life. Which is kind of weird, but yeah. I kind of consider Goku a honorary video game character because of Budokai games. They did really good too. But Skyer says, speaking of games, got some goodies at a thrift store recently for PC. Oh hell yeah! What game, Skyer? Remember the only video game I ever bought at for PC was like Ultima Online, but I didn't have just because I had a computer that could only handle that. But I never actually ended up being able to play it, funnily enough. And Skyer says, since we're on the topic, Frogger, Oddworld, Tomb Raider, and Sonic CD, $1 each? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm still, every once in a while, dude, I'll have like nightmares about Frogger's Great Quest, dude, that you told me about, Skyer. I've never watched such cursed gameplay footage in my life. I can't see Frogger the same after that. But that's cool, you got them for $1 each, and sounds like a good time. I'm hyped to hear about Sonic CD, dude. And Rosa says Oddworld's an amazing, nice find. Yeah, I remember. I don't think I ever got the chance to play it growing up. I can know about it. I remember seeing the ads for it as a kid, but never took the time. I gotta go back and try it out or something. But Logan says React and Svelte scares me. Also, Let's Go Wazn Boy is the same license as my site GNU GPL. Yep. Will I use V3 Resin Boy? Uses V1. I don't know if they're compatible. I don't know off the top of my head, Logan. But you can write code. You know about code stuff, Logan? You be writing React and Svelte and stuff? We'll be teaching you that? You know that? But so that's what I'm saying. I only learned to pick up to the Cell Saga. Yeah, exactly. For Budokai, I only learned up to the Cell Saga because of Nicktoons, and then I played Tenkaichi Tag Team to learn everything else, including the movies. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I learned. That's so sick, dude. Hell yeah. I also learned Dragon Ball from the games, like the story of Dragon Ball. We're on the same vibe. That's what's up, dude. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm glad you feel me on that, because sometimes I tell people at like anime convention that, and they're like, ugh. I'm like, bro. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that. You know what I mean? You get me on that. And Logan says, yeah, I know enough to make what I like well enough to open source it. Oh, okay, that's sick, Logan. Hell yeah. Dude, that's a pretty good skill to have, dude. That, like, yeah. You should keep that skill in your back pocket, man, because so much of this music stuff that's going on, if I wasn't as good as I am at programming, like, I don't think, I feel like I got, like, cheat codes in my music stuff just because I can write code. Because every once in a while there's been, like, something I'm like, oh, I gotta code this for Groovy Kaiju real quick. And it's been, like, such a lifesaver. Oh, I forgot to look up the person. No! I have to open it back up. No! And Logan says, sadly, I'm not a WebAssembly founding father. I know. Well, I mean, to be fair, I technically wasn't. Oh, well, I mean, I want to make sure. I was just, like, really early to it. And it's funny, too, because I was early to it, but at the same time, I thought I was late. That's why I was like, no, I gotta do this, like, right now. But yeah. Yeah, I definitely was, like, super in the community then. I miss everybody in it, too. Like, there's someone I want to, like, email. My buddy Till. I think they're still doing WebAssembly stuff, but I miss them a lot, because he's my manager and everything. He was such a cool dude. I actually, like, owe him a lot, low-key. I want to make a song that's, like, shout out to Till. And just so I could then email it to him and be like, yo, Till, I made the song about you. Because you's my dog. And I appreciate everything. Back in the WebAssembly days. But Eli says, hey, Groovy, yo, what up, Eli? How you doing, dude? How you been? How's your week been since before I moved? And Logan says, goated move, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just because, like, a big thing is that, like, keeping it real. I remember I mentioned that, like, in my tech career, I was, like, ended up being, like, super underpaid. It was, like, super crazy. It was a whole thing. I don't know. I have a whole story about it. I'm not trying to upsell anyone, but, like, it's on my Monster Kingdom. You can check it out there. But it's, like, a big story about how I, like, got to doing music full time, or, like, you know, what really pushed me to do it full time. And it was Till, because Till was the one to, like, kind of blow the whistle of, like, hey, why are we treating Aaron like garbage? And he was, like, the one person to stick up for me. So I was like, bro, I owe you my life. Have you seen, like, the memes of, like, the two brothers? They make all the animal memes. And he's like, oh, like, when you help a crow, it's like, I am now dedicating my life to helping you. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like I owe Till forever for being the guy that was like, yo, man, it's crazy that we're treating Aaron like this. Anyone else gonna stand up for him? And I was like, damn. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But Eli says, I've been all right. How about you? I'm doing all right. I just been super, I'll be honest, super mega stressed out because I just moved. There's a whole new studio. So, yeah, so I just moved. So it's just been, like, trying to, like, get everything unpacked. And, like, I'm super behind on orders, too. If you're watching this and you're like, bro, when you pack my order, I promise I'm going as fast as I can. I'm like a week behind on orders just because I've been moving. But yeah, like, every second I'm not, like, at this point I got enough stuff unpacked that I can just pack orders now. So yeah, by the end of this week I should be all caught up with orders. But yeah, but I try to be, like, every 2 days pack orders, but you know, it's just been a wild situation. But yeah, Eli, thanks for asking. And Logan says, yeah, the coding industry sucks. Yeah, it's wild. Especially these days too. I mean, back then things were good. It was kind of like goofy. But now it's like really bad because like it's just layoffs 24/7. But Logan says, Loki, I love the new gen devs because LAX1 dude, guy who made Eaglecraft, and A456 Pure, the person who made Sephiroth, who unblocked game site, are carrying by just open sourcing it. That's cool, yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, open source, it's, you know, I don't know, I kind of have like mixed feelings about it these days because as much as I love the idea of open source, I do kind of feel like it's like almost like, I think people take advantage of open source developers all the time. Like, you know, big companies will be like, oh, hey, how do we like monetize this? And it's like, bro, that's not the point. Please stop. So yeah. But Rosa says, how many orders did you end up with this time? Yeah, so honestly, I'm behind by about like 100 orders. So yeah, which I'm super mega thankful for. But you know, it's just moving. But honestly, I could like crack out. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, crack out, but I could like just, you know, pump out, I don't know, like 50 a night. So because I have to like also clean my apartment tonight, I'll probably get like another 20 done. I'm going in order of time this time too. That way, just so like people aren't waiting as long. But because normally I do them by like, you know, a way that's just like, hey, do them faster, but I'm trying to like just do them in order. That way I'm not, everyone's waiting about the same time. That makes sense? But yeah. So I'll probably get them done by like, if I had to guess, like Friday. I'll be all caught up. So yeah. And Rosa says, this is, oh damn, yeah, I know. But we'll get through it. And Rosa says, don't worry about it getting done on time or something people understand. Yeah, thankfully everyone's been super chilling and like understanding. But I guess I just get a little worried about the people that like, you know, maybe don't come by the streams or they haven't ever been in the Kaiju Club, so like they don't know that I'm moving. Because they might just be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, this is sick. I'm going to buy the CD. And like, they're like, oh, it's taking a while. But I guess that they could look into it and they'd be like, oh, you just moved. You know what I mean? So yeah. But no, I feel what you're saying. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate it. But yeah. But I don't know why, but that orders is the one thing that I'm like, no. Well, not to you, but like to my own brain. I'm like, they worked so hard just to buy my album. I must work 10 times harder. You know what I mean? To make sure it gets there to them. It's more of it's a me thing. Cool. Because yeah, I have a lot of friends that like, I have a friend that remember they told me like, yeah, I only pack orders once a month. And I was like, once a month? I was like, bro, they're waiting for so long. No way. But yeah, not to say anything bad about it. You know, it just works out better for them. And like they kind of, I think they say on their shipping policy, like, yo, look, this is how, because of my life, this is how it works. Which is, to be fair, yeah. But you know what I'm trying to say. I know I'm overdoing it a little bit. But real quick, Nikita, dude, good to see you. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. How's your Tuesday? How you doing? But and Logan says, Selenite.cc is a good open source site, but the code is so spaghetti, has ads. I'm using Games app library, but the apps are stored in /games. Well, it's Surmag, I don't know why. You load up from apps. I feel it, yeah. I'll have to look into Selenite. I haven't heard of it. But yeah, that's the thing about open source is that you kind of, people kind of just like do what makes sense for them. Because a lot of open source projects start off as like a personal project. So like sometimes they do make like interesting decisions. But hey, that's like part of the beauty of open source. It's like, hey, it's free hard work, you know what I mean? So like, kind of, you know, work with the guy or like figure it out, you know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, I'll look into it, Logan. But good luck trying to figure it out though. Yeah, I do feel you on like it's like, what were they thinking? You know what I mean? What is going on here? But Nikita says, I'm alright. Mustard Zero vinyl just came today. Oh, I'm glad to hear, dude. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Have you played it yet? Did it make it safe and sound? But dude, thanks again for grabbing it, Nikita. All right, let me put these over here for now. Dun, dun. Oh. All right, what else I want to bring up to y'all? Oh wait, Logan says all the game sites I mentioned, EagleCraft and Abandon, haven't been updated in 365 days at least. Yeah, do people get busy, man? You know, life comes up. Maybe they're moving too. Maybe they've been moving for the past year. And Nikita says, yes, I played it. The inner sleeve kind of came a little ripped, but that's okay. I taped it. Okay, cool. Nikita, I love it. I'm glad to hear. Is it like, do you mean like the little, what's it called? Like the inner white sleeve? That one? Because, yeah, dude, I don't know why, but I get all my records made from Precision Pressing. And, yeah, I was just talking to, I don't know, what's their Instagram name is Captain Cassette. And, yeah, they were telling me that, like, it's just weird. Like, the manufacturer themselves, like, I've been going through some of the vinyl. I noticed that, like, yeah, that's how I get them. That's how they give them to me. So I'm gonna have to look into buying more inner sleeves and like checking all of them. But I'm glad to hear it's okay. You're not tripping too much on it, and I'm glad to hear you're loving it though, Nikita. Thanks for keeping it real. Thanks for being honest, because it's something I'll definitely look into. Because yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. Logan, since Logan's here, have you ever ordered from Precision? Or we were talking about Precision, but you said you weren't gonna go with them, right? Yeah, I'm starting to notice this, Logan. Just, you know, you also keep track of this, Logan, because Logan's also been thinking about getting vinyl. Precision sometimes to be a little goofy. But yeah, cool. I get 3 CDs and a keychain. CDs are, well, here's one right here. And Nikita says, what matters is the music itself. True. You spitting. Yeah, that's how I am when it comes to vinyl. Usually I'm not really like, I think it's mostly because I started my vinyl collection with a bunch of like older vinyl. Because when I started, I was like going to Amoeba and just like going through like the, you know, older section and just grabbing whatever was like used. And so maybe that's my own like issue, is that I tend to like, when I collect vinyl, I'm like, yo, like as long as the music's good, like that's all I'm at. You know what I mean? But I know some people do want like the pristine collector quality, because like, you know, like they like to show it off. They like to have it in their Discogs collection. I don't blame them. So and I'll bring it up to my account manager at Precision Press. I'm like, yo, can y'all not? You know what I mean? Can y'all make it nice? And Logan says, I haven't ordered from Precision because I'm still starting my label, but I said I'm gonna go with them. Okay, cool. Yeah, just a heads up, like what Nikita's saying. Sometimes they can kind of like, you might have to like double check everything they're giving you, because yeah. And Nikita says, something is wrong with your sound settings, do you think, because everything you say gets repeated again? Huh. Hey, let me pull up YouTube real quick to make sure. You will not hear it. Okay, let me check. Looks like it sounds like it might be. I think it might be an Instagram thing then, Nikita, because it sounds good on YouTube. I just like check the stream. Or YouTube or Twitch. Not to like try to push you over there, but just like as a heads up. I mean, I can't see if it's wrong on my end. It might be an Instagram thing, because Instagram is kind of goofy. Well, also, can you hear the repeating thing, Logan, since you're on Instagram? Am I like doubling up on when I talk? 20980. And Logan says, I'm still trying to make it like, instead of directly signing artists, I sign labels by artists. I sub-labels, and I take like a 10% admin cut on digital distribution for on venues we help book. I'm still planning to be fair, though. I feel it, Logan. Okay, cool. Yeah, dude. I don't know if you saw Yeah. And now you don't hear. Okay, thank you, Logan. I appreciate you, like, you know, keeping it real, helping me out with that. But yeah, dude, I feel you on the label idea. We're doing it that way. That sounds like a plan to me. Oh yeah. But yeah, I had what else did I want to bring up with y'all? I have so many. Oh, Skyer, if you're still here, I know you are. But Skyer, I watched the Sega Channel video finally. When you mentioned forever ago. Dude, it was a really good video. I really enjoyed it. It took an hour. So for context, I forgot what the name of the video is. I mean, Skyer might remember it. But essentially, I think it's called the Video Game History Foundation. They made a YouTube video about what's it called? About how, like, the entire history of Sega had this thing called Sega Channel, and when you plugged in your TV, like, cable back in the 90s where you got your channels from, and it would let you download games as if it was like Game Pass, but it was for the Sega Genesis, so it was like way back in the day. And it was like super crazy because there was a lot of like different like games, and sometimes they would like essentially do DLC for like different games and stuff that you could download that was like you couldn't do that back in the day. So it was really cool, and they tried like making a subscription service out of it, but like they noticed that only like people who just got the Genesis would sign up, but then as soon as you got like a couple games, they would unsubscribe, so like it didn't end up working out. But Skyer says, yeah, that shit was way ahead of its time. It really was, dude. It was a really interesting video. And it's also super sad to hear too that like the main guy that started it ended up passing away like right before it launched. So after it launched, like the guy that like really had the vision for it like passed away, so then they couldn't really like execute on everything that they wanted to, and it ended up like going down under after that. So it's just like, dang, dude. Because I wonder, like, you know, I wonder if like in another universe, if the guy like, you know, stayed with us, that you know, they would have been OG Game Pass to this day. You know what I mean? Like it could have been a thing. But Nikita says, I'm back on YouTube. Hey, thanks for joining on YouTube, dude. Is it still doubling up for you, Nikita? Because Logan said on Instagram it wasn't doubling up for them, so it might have been like a little like phone issue or something. But oh my god. Excuse me. Logan says, I may take inspiration from Oceanfront System, like how you do it with promo links. Oh yeah, dude, go for it. Yeah, I mean, please feel free to take any of my ideas, dude. We're all just trying to make it work. I'm so chilling. I'm so chilling. I'm glad to hear that I can inspire, though. That's what's up. And Logo says, and like if the sub-label makes their own merch in physical media, they can have it on their store, and it'll be on my label store, but you can click on it and redirect to the sub-label store using my affiliate link, which takes 6%. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, if you're driving the traffic to get people to buy their music, then like, dude, go for it. Sounds like a good plan. Yeah, the hardest part really of like doing label stuff is just getting the eyeballs on it. So if that's something you can do, dude, I say, hey, get it done, dude. All right. Give him one of these. Give him one of these. Good. And Nikita says it's fine now. Okay, cool. I'm glad to hear, Nikita. And what is wild too about the Sega Channel video, Skyer, is that I found the person that runs that foundation. I actually like tried to reach out to him a long time ago, back when I was building my emulator, and the dude never got back to me. But no like shade or anything. But yeah, it was just a sick video. I'm just so happy, like, even, you know, I mean, I'm just so happy to see that foundation exist, and they're doing all that like important like preservation work. And it was cool to see the Garfield Lost Levels thing. I was like, what? I didn't know Garfield had a bunch of like, you know, it was super crazy. I was like, they really had Game Pass back in the 90s. That's, you know what I mean? Yeah, I gotta do this right here. Order more keychains, and for some reason they individually wrapped them in a bunch of like different bubble mailers. But Logan says, if we make the store for the sub-labels, we take 50% net profit calculated. If we just make the vinyls, then we'll have it on a label store, and I on the sub direct label store, my video game OC label, Al Media will be the sub-label. Not redoing all the applications to a white label distros again. I feel that, yeah. Cool. I mean, it sounds like you got a plan, dude. Hell yeah. That's what's up. I'm glad to hear that you're like really tracking your numbers and like planning it out from the beginning. Because I have so many friends that'll like try to start something like this and just be like, I don't know, man, we'll figure it out. And I'm like, dude, no, you don't just figure it out. You know what I mean? This is something you don't just figure out on the fly. So I'm glad to hear you're like getting ahead of it, dude. That's what's up. But oh yeah, so Sega channel video. And what was also hella funny is so speaking of moving, when I went to the U-Haul, like the guy was like, okay, I need your first name. And I told him my first name was my first name is Aaron Turner. It's a pretty like regular name. And he was like, yo man, so yeah, let me start over. I went to a U-Haul and the guy was like, yeah, we need your first name. And I was like, yeah, my first name is Aaron Turner. And he was like, yo man, are you a writer? And I was like, a writer? And he was like, yeah, you be like writing stories and stuff. And I'm like, I mean, I guess. You know what I mean? And he was like, man, cause you should write a story, cause like you got one of them names that's like, yo, Aaron Turner by day, but you a superhero by night or something. You know, you got such a regular name. You could be like a super cool crime fighter at night, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, I feel it. And he was like, yeah, you feel me? I was like, I feel you, dude. It was really silly. So yeah, it was like so random. I was like, yeah. So it was like the first time someone ever like called out how regular my name is. Thank you for the hydrate roses. I'm glad you like the story too, yeah. Because yeah, having like having a regular name, I feel like I got way more jobs than I should have. Not in like in both a sad way, a sad reality way, but also like in a good way. Because I feel like most people, like when I put my resume into places, they're just like, Aaron Turner, he seems like just a normal guy. Like, you know what I mean? We need more Aaron Turners at this company. Sounds like he won't cause any trouble at all. And they see me now walking with like dreadlocks and a tie-dye shirt, and they're like, what? You know what I mean? So yeah. And Logan says, my dad got screwed by Leo Brooks, who toured with Pitbull, and Federico, who wrote for Kanye, because they made a label for them, but before it eventually even started, they said he stole their money and kicked him out of the company. Oh, that's a bummer, dude. Yeah. The music industry is really goofy, dude. People really be doing stuff like that. That's a bummer. Well, I'm sorry to hear, Logan. Yeah. But you just gotta, I'm glad to hear that, kind of like taking these learning lessons and like making sure that it doesn't happen to you. That's what's up. I think that's put a couple more keychains in there. It is I, Butter. What's up, Butter? Good to see you. How you doing, Butter? How you been? Since what's it called? Since last week, right? Been like a week. How you doing, dude? Also, I like that you announced your entrance. That's what's up. Okay, I think this is enough for now. I have so many keychains. Ooh. And Butter says, good, I got to go to a date on V-Day. Oh, that's so cool, dude. How'd it go? Where'd y'all go? You don't mind me asking, if I could be a little nosy. I'm glad you got to go on a date. That's sick. I hope it went well. Yeah, how was everyone's Valentine's Day? Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. happy late Valentine's Day. I went to Chili's, dude. It was sick. Because my girlfriend worked on Valentine's Day. So then afterwards, we went to. So I just picked her up from work and we went to Chili's. It was the only place that was open. And honestly, was a hella good Valentine's Day, dude. It was probably like one of my favorites in a long time. Rosa says, "Ooh, Chili's, my childhood restaurant." Yeah, dude, Chili's is. They're kind of like underrated, dude. Because they have the whole like again, I'm not trying to like give Chili's free promotion, but they have a thing called like 3 for Me. It's like for $10.99, dude. You can get like a hamburger, fries, an appetizer, and a drink. And I'm like, dude, I only paid like $30 for Valentine's Day. I was like, let's fucking go, dude. I mean, like, not that I'm like, I mean, you know, I've told y'all, you know, financial situation's a little goofy, but you know what I mean? We still had a nice night. It was like we had a really nice night for like 30, 35, including tip, like $35. I was like, hell yeah. And I was able to like get flowers and everything. So I was like, dude, it was a good old time. And Butter says, not to plan, but it went pretty good. Okay, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear it still went good, even though it went off script, Butter. So that's what's up. And Shenanigans says, I'm back. We were in the shower. Yeah, no worries. Honestly, I'm kind of excited to take a shower. I've just been unpacking. I feel kind of gross. My plan is to clean my old apartment, come home, go to the gym, and just clean it all off. So I'm a little jealous. Yeah, it's a weird thing, but yeah. And Zaku says, I'm gonna go eat at Chili's because Groovy Kaiju told me to. Zaku, I love how you're always messing with me, dude. But yeah, I don't know, man. You know, I don't know. Because keeping it real, dude, like, these companies be paying millions of dollars every day to get people to like talk about Chili's. I'm like, bro, you better give me at least 10. Give me $10, bro. Please. All I'm asking for is a free appetizer. So yeah. But Rosa says it's easy to keep the same, but the ribs were nostalgic when I ate there for the first time in years. Oh, I bet. Yeah, I haven't had the ribs there. I don't think I've had. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had ribs there. I've always just gotten the burger because it's like, you know, pretty good. But Logan says, on V-Day, I went to a place you only know if you're from the Miami, but I got an XL pepperoni pizza, 20-piece lemon pepper wings, and 12 mozzarella rings and sodas for everyone. Damn, Logan, that's sick, dude. You had a feast, a Valentine's feast. That's what's up. Yeah, I miss wings. I'm probably gonna get wings pretty soon, actually, low key. I haven't had wings in a minute. And it says hashtag influencer. I mean, I don't know. Am I? I don't think so. I've kind of come to terms with a like niche internet musician. You know what I mean? But I don't know if I've reached influencer status yet. That's another one I have to like mentally prepare for. I mean, I get emails like once in a while. It's like, you should promote our product about our thing, but usually it's like, wear this necklace, and I'm like, I don't wear necklaces, bro. And the Shenanigans says $10 is a hella low ball. Yeah, I mean, technically, you know, it's $10.99, so like it's 11, but still, like, all in all, for like me and my girlfriend, it was like $30. It wasn't too bad. But Skyer says, I drink alone on V-Day. Dude, I've been there, bro. I mean, I'm sorry to hear that, but it'd be like that sometimes. I've been there too. It'd be like that sometimes. So don't be too bummed about it. I'm trying to think of last Valentine's I did that. I forgot. I think you know, since me and my current partner started dating, I spent that Valentine's alone. I was just chilling. And Rosa says, I didn't do much on Valentine's Day. I just enjoyed some peace and quiet playing Kirby Air Riders. Oh, that sounds like, honestly, that sounds like a pretty good Valentine's Day. You get to spend it with Kirby? That's what's up. Kirby was your Valentine. That's so sick. I'm a little jealous. That's sick, though. No, for real, though, it sounds really fun. Oh, Shenanigans says, I meant that you should not accept the $10 for collab offer. Yeah, I mean, I was making a joke, Shenanigans. I definitely would not. I'd be like, Chili's, you need to give me $11. I'm kidding. No, yeah, I would definitely get, you know, a for real offer if they were ever reaching out. But they never reach out, so you know, we just chilling otherwise. In the meantime, we'll have to get this printed out. But Butter says this is the first date, and we plan on going to see Iron Lung. Oh yeah, Roses, did you ever see Iron Lung, by the way? This is the first we planned on going to see Iron Lung, but the theater flooded. Oh dang, that's wild. So we walked around. I had to pick out a lotion for me, and that she liked, and we went to eat Italian. Oh, it's just like, oh dude, we've been talking for almost a month. Oh, Butter, it's so sweet, Butter. I love it. Honestly, that sounds better than watching a movie, because you actually have to spend time with each other and like, you know what I mean? Get to be like, oh, smell the lotion, you know what I mean? That sounds like a really good. I mean, it probably happened. You know, I think the universe was trying to put y'all together, Butter. And I'm glad to hear it's all going good. Oh, I'm so happy for you, dude. I'm genuinely, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm so happy for you. Hell yeah. And Logan says, I've never been to Chili's. You should try it out sometime, man. You know what I mean? You get not sponsored, but hey, it's not bad. Chili's kind of underrated, low-key. And Rosa says, now I want some wings. Yeah, same. I've been craving wings for a little bit. There's a place out here in I think it's called Long Wongs. I swear it's called Long Wongs. And they actually won, like, I think 13th best hot wings in all of the United States of America. Like, some YouTuber made like a multi-video series trying every single hot wing place, and like Long Wongs made it pretty high up the ranking. And yeah, they're pretty good wings, I'm not gonna lie. And Logan says I could have bought like at least $125 worth of vinyl rather than buying all that food on Valentine's. No, I feel you on that. But I got $125 worth of food though, so it's good. Food is love, vinyls are life. Yeah, I feel that, yeah. Yeah, I've been there a bunch of times, especially when I was in college. I used to just always be like, should I buy food right now or should I get another record? And Zaku says, I went to a Filipino disco night. Oh, that sounds super sick. Sounds like a hella fun time. A Filipino disco night sounds hella fun. Dude, I don't know. I would have went with you. You have to be Filipino to go. I would have pulled up. I'm not Filipino. They'd let me pull up. If I could be honorary. Try to go to a disco night. Shenanigans says, Nor. Yeah. But in Rosa says, my sickness. Oh, you couldn't see Iron Lung yet? Because you were sick. All the times are too late. Still gonna see it in some way. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, hopefully you're able to make it sometime soon, because I really specifically want to hear your review, Roses. And Rose says, Long Wing sounds like an accidental typo in a good way. Yeah, no, for real. It's funny too, because it's like one of those they never trademarked it, so there's a bunch of different Long Wongs, so you gotta know the right one to go to. It's all like complicated. There's so much like Long Wongs lore out here in Phoenix, it's kind of crazy. But Butter says the plan was to see the movie, then go eat so we could talk about it, but we have a pretty decent amount of comments, so it wasn't needed. Yeah, exactly, Butter. Yeah, that's the thing. I've always, I mean, so this is, I don't know if I'm wilding for bringing this up, but what's it called? I've never liked movies as a first date, because on the first date you kind of want to get to know each other, and if you're watching a movie, it's like hard to talk until afterwards. You know what I mean? So I usually am like, movie date can be like not until like date number like 7 is usually when I'll finally be like, you want to just go see a movie? So if it was like your first date, I actually think it might have worked out in your favor in a weird way. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. What am I on? I make jazz. What do I know about going on dates? You know what I mean? But yeah. But Logan says, my grandma started telling me the director of Iron Lung is a bad person because she saw one of the headlines from something like The Onion, which said something like the director of Iron Lung's poorly slept with the screenwriter's wife. That's funny. That's even though the director is the screenwriter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's all Markiplier. That's funny to be like, you know, she fell for The Onion. It's like one of those joke headlines. Yeah, The Onion really do come up with the funny. Cool. Next, we're doing Kevin's order. But Zaku says, I matched with someone. Oh, yeah, Rose says, yeah, I already said Rose is okay. And Zaku says, I matched with someone on Hinge and they just messaged me interesting and then just never responded to me asking how so. that is, and yeah. I feel like they're messing with you. I think they're trolling you. But I wouldn't take it to heart. I think they're just trolling because they got nothing else. I think they're just bored. They got nothing else to do. And Logan says, oh yeah, no, Butter says, we plan on going a second date to an ice cream shop she mentioned on the 10th. But to be honest, not sure if I can wait that long. I've always thought the same, but a friend suggested we go eat after originally thought the movie dates were date 3 or 4. Okay, Butter, I'm glad we're on the same vibes. And you said ice cream shop on the 10th, but I'm not sure if I can wait that long. I feel it, Butter, yeah. Yeah, people just be busy. But I'm just, just take your time, focus on other things, you know what I mean? When the time is right, the time is right. You know what I mean? I feel you on I get the same way though. When I start dating someone new after the first date was so good, I'm like, I want to see you again right now. So I feel you on that. But you just gotta put your mind on other things, play some games. You know what I mean? Something like that. That's what I tend to do. I tend to just try to focus on other things in the meantime. While the anticipation builds up. But Zaku says, nah, my homie, so speaking of if I can go to Filipino night, my homie said this speech about how Black American culture has helped us come back around to find ourselves as Filipinos actually. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm glad to hear. Oh, hey, I gotta talk to this friend because hell yeah, dude. That's what's up. Yeah. I think I was mentioning, I don't know. That's cool though. I'm trying to meet this homie. Next time I'm in LA, dude. Hopefully sometime in the near future when I'm not running around 24/7. But Jen again says, lol, the meme about all the fake rage with Iron Lung really cracks me up. I gotta find that meme. Yeah, future meme, when I rewatch the VOD, look up the Iron Lung fake rage meme. And yeah, Rosa says, I saw Markiplier fans joking he cheated on the director's wife, lol, which is him. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's funny that people are really going in on the Markiplier memes. Remember when Markiplier was the E meme? Just the E, and it was him with as photoshopped into Lord Farquaad. That was multiple levels of huh? That's my favorite Markiplier meme. It was very brain rot before brain rot though. And Logan says, all right, I'm gonna take a shower before I go to bed. See you next stream. Sir, Tortureless 2024. Hell yeah. Catch you around, Logan. Tortureless 2424. Yes. Dude, I gotta put that on something. Thank you, Logan. Catch you around, dude. Enjoy your night. And Butter says she lives 2 hours away, so it sucks. Yeah. I have a buddy who is also in that kind of situation where every weekend they're driving multiple hours to go spend the weekend with their partner because they live that far. But yeah, Butter, you just gotta what's it called? Nikita. But yeah, dude, I think it's one of those things where you just gotta I feel you on the anticipation. It's it's killing me. But you just gotta, I think you should, I don't know if I may. Whenever I've been in that situation, I've always just tried to purposely okay, how can I pass the time in the meantime? So I'd work on music or something. I just try to lock in on something and then just keep in touch with them as much as I could in between. But yeah, you got this, Butter. I believe in you. And Zaku says he works at XL Middleton's record shop in Little Tokyo. Okay, sick. Yeah, I don't know. Next time I'm out there, I wish I had spent more time trying to talk to XL Middleton because, low key, I love their music. I'm not gonna lie. There's a few. I like some of the XL Middleton songs, dude. I got a few on my playlist. Their stuff is hella dope, and I always wanted to reach out to them, and I never actually had the chance to really sit down with them. Even though we've crossed paths with me, I know them. I've said hi to them a bunch, But I wanted to one day be like, yo, man, we gotta like work on something together. But just the timing never worked out. I feel like XL Middleton's in like their own, which I respect. They have their own thing going on. I have my own thing going on. But one day I'm gonna like, I don't know. I know you and XL are like really close, so we're not really close, but y'all are closer than I am to him. So one of these days we'll have to like all three of us will have to kick it and like figure something out because they're super sick. But and like this homie that works in the record shop. And I wasn't even gonna consider because she lives 2 hours away. It's a 4-hour drive from me. I feel that, yeah. I feel that better. And Nikita says, I'm just curious, how much money do you make? Hey, honestly, yeah, I don't mind you. I don't mind. It's a hard question to answer, Nikita, just because it's been like real roller coastery. Yeah, because I've just been doing music full time. So, I'm not even trying to dodge the question. I just literally wouldn't know what number to tell you. Because like some months I lose a lot of money. Some month, like last month actually was really good. This month is looking like it's going to be okay. But I get all my bills paid. I live in Arizona. So, I mean, you can just look up like average, like it doesn't cost that much to live in Arizona. So, yeah. Yeah, so it depends. But it's been a lot of like really funny leveraging of business, credit cards and stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie. But last month I was able to pay down a lot of the debts that I do have. So it's yeah. I don't have like a normal income, Nikita, so I can't really just tell. Yeah. Again, I'm not trying to avoid it. It's just business money is so much different than personal. That's like been a big learning lesson for me over the past couple of years, is that like business money and personal money are like two. If you get deep into it, it's like two completely different systems of like understanding money. Does that help? Like, yeah. Like if it means anything, I think I netted like 10K last year, maybe over the whole year on the business. No, I didn't. Groovy did, but then I lost a little bit on everything else. So I think I broke even last year. So technically last year, I know it's gonna sound crazy, I didn't make money last year. I like just floated by. And this year it's looking a little bit better. So the answer is, yeah, I couldn't give you a number, Nikita, literally. Because when I said Groovy made 10K, that was without like all like the subscriptions and like, you have to buy merch and stuff like, so it's like all those different, yeah. Yeah, I promise I'm not trying to avoid the question. I would tell you, if it was an easy answer, I would just tell you. But yeah, I hope that helps. I hope that's at least somewhat helpful. Answer your question. But Rosa says, oh yes, that meme, the Markiplier E meme, people said he looked like him too at some point as a joke. Yeah, exactly. He does kind of look, I mean, if I may, he does kind of look like Farquaad a little bit. What else? We got the whole sticker pack. Cool. And then I gotta give him these stickers. But Butter says, but after giving it a shot, I'm hoping she gets her PC set up soon because we also want to do Zelda randos. Luckily, every other week I get a 4-day weekend and a 2-day weekend. Okay, Butter, hell yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, if they also do like gaming and PC stuff, dude, yeah, you all can like hang out over Discord and stuff like that. I feel you on that. That'd be sweet. That'd be a lot of fun. And I'm gonna grab some more stickers over here. There we go. And then Zaku says he would 100% work with you. You just have to approach him. Yeah, exactly, Zaku. Yeah, they're really cool. I like XL Middleton a lot. I like his music. Yeah, one of these days, for sure, Zaku. Yeah, it'll happen. Yeah, thanks for letting me know, Zaku. Yeah, he seems like such a nice dude too. Every time we interact with him, he's like, oh yeah, hell yeah. Like, what's my favorite XL Middleton song? I think it'd be on my funk playlist. XL. Oh, Right Fit by XL Middleton. Dude, that song. We got the right fit. Yeah, I love that song. Low-key, Zaku, I even actually tried playing around with it in FL. I was like, I'm gonna see if I can do a remix and be like, yo, XL, can we like release this? But I just couldn't time stretch it right, so I ended up like not doing anything with it. But there was a hot second where I was like, maybe I could play with this song and then be like, yo, like, here's what I made. What do you think? Like, can we work? Yeah. But I couldn't get it to work, and I was like, damn. So one of these days, I want to need a keychain. And video editor, what's up, dude? Good to see you. I need a video editing job, dude. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, what's it called? Yeah, I've been moving, dog. My bad. But I hope you're able to find one. I hope you can reach out to somebody that has like work for you. At the moment, I don't have anything. I've been so just focused on moving. I haven't been able to do anything else. But yeah, dude, good luck. And I hope your Tuesday's going good, video editor. And Butter says, yeah, we switched to Discord DMs to the app we met on. Okay, sick, yeah. Well, dude, hell yeah. Well, that's like a great place to, you know, get to know each other better too. Yeah, maybe y'all can like play games and stuff like that. I don't know, Discord, I feel like, I don't know. You know, some of our Discord's also kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, what else did I want to bring up? Oh yeah, I mentioned the U-Haul guys. You got a regular name. And then yeah, also with the new J. Cole album, have y'all heard the song Quick Stop? I like the song a lot because a lot of it is just like pretty much is about like the new J. Cole album. He made a song pretty much just going over like essentially like he makes a quick stop to get gas at like a gas station, and like it's like he's rapping from the perspective of like a fan. It's like, oh my god, J. Cole, it's so good to meet you, yada yada yada. I'm over here just trying to like make it work and stuff like that, and like you helped me through some really hard times and stuff like that. And then in the song he then switched back to his perspective of like recognizing the music he's making isn't about the money. It's not about being the best rapper. It's not about any of these things. It's about the difference that you make to other people. And I just like, oh, it gives me goosebumps every time I hear the song, because I feel that, dude. Speaking of Nikita and you know all the money stuff, it's just like so much of this is like keeping it real about like the difference. And yeah, and then video editor, I'm sorry, man, I don't have work for you, dude. You know what I mean? I can't help you out. I'm sorry. But yeah, and it's just been really nice because with the J. Cole song, what's it called? Yeah, with the J. Cole song, speaking of like the difference you make, one thing that's been like really I've been thinking about a lot is for some reason I've seen like a recurring theme of people like reaching out and be like, oh, like, you know, I think someone told me recently that their son got them into my music, or yeah, their son was like, oh, you should listen to Groovy Kaiju, dad, he's really good. And his dad got into it, and then his dad bought him the Monster Tape Zero, and it's just like super cool to see that, because like I don't know, I got into my music, a lot of like Groovy Kaiju stuff I do like feel like I got the taste from my dad, so it's been cool to see like father-son relationships form through my music a little bit. And it's all about like the difference you make, you know what I mean? Like that's like something like brings these two family people together. It's just so sweet. So I don't know, even on days when it snows, no, I'm sorry, but even on like days where things get really tough, I'm always like, that's the reason why I do this, you know what I mean? Is to bring people's fathers and sons closer together. It's the difference you make, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Do y'all have anything like that? That y'all do just because you're like, hell yeah, I'm making a difference with this? Or anything y'all enjoy that you're just like, hell yeah, I love that, what this does? Like I know Markiplier, so we were talking about him earlier. I know Markiplier was like a big, early on was like a really big mental health advocate. You know what I mean? And I remember like low-key I dated someone who was like, I love Markiplier because like, watching his videos helped me through like a really hard time and stuff like that. I'm like, damn. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's about the difference you make, dude. So yeah. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah. And Markamu. Yeah. I haven't heard of Markamu. Rosa says lol. Yeah. But also, I did finally get the time to watch the Bad Bunny halftime show. And it was pretty good. Bad Bunny, I really like to have Bad Bunny halftime show a lot. I was like, yo, this is kind of lit. I liked all the little references and stuff. And did y'all, I saw an Instagram reel. So, what's it called? I saw an Instagram reel. It was kind of funny. And I don't know, Simply Adele, you'll get this because we've talked about this a bunch. But you know, Lady Gaga was in the Bad Bunny halftime show. I saw a reel that was Lady Gaga came on. There was some guy be like, I like some of the Lady Gaga songs. What does she know about being Puerto Rican? It's like a meme reference. But yeah. The Bad Bunny show was kind of sick. This is what I was looking for. Roses laugh. Yeah, when I saw it, I like died laughing. Honestly, the first time when it popped up, I immediately was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a great meme." But it says, "Oh, another thing she's into is metal. So artists don't collide too harshly. I'm into EDM." Okay, sick. Yeah, I mean, same, dude. Metal and EDM, low key, kind of go together in a weird way. Not gonna lie, they both got the same like heaviness to them in like their own weird way. But I'm glad to hear, buddy. That's sick. What kind of bands, if you don't mind me asking, if you know? And Zaku says somebody DM'd Marcus and told them that they were fans of the shows we throw. Half the time they thought we were Yoitoki. Shout out to them. It's comedy. Yeah, I mean, hey, at least, you know what I mean? Shout out to them, yeah. They're a little off, but hey, you know what? It worked out. And Butter says the grass people at Bad Bunny. Yeah, it was kind of funny that all the grass was just people. It's a little silly, but it was really cool though. I like the reference to the kids sleeping on the chairs. I love that. I thought that was super sick. What's it called? What did I like? Like the Cardi B was in it. I was like, what's Cardi B doing here? But isn't Cardi B like Dominican technically? Which is still sick though. But yeah. And then I like the songs that he chose. I watched a bunch of videos like breaking down like kind of like the messaging they were doing about like the power lines and stuff like that, and all like the different, like he kind of like pulled a, not to compare to Kendrick, but like they both did like a bit of like a, you know, kind of like low key, if you know history lesson about Puerto Rico's relationship with the U.S. and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool. I also just found it funny how often Bad Bunny would say A. He'd be like, you know, some A, some A, some A. But I'm sure, like, you know, when people listen to, like, if you don't speak English and you listen to rap, you probably hear the exact same thing. Like, why do you just keep saying A? You know what I mean? So I can't really, can't say nothing, because I'm sure people feel the same way about English music. But, and Zaku says, I didn't say anything to Marcus, but there were people behind me freaking out about him. Like, it looks like him, but he's not wearing glasses. Wait, who? Bad Bunny? Zaku or Yoitoki? Samuel? And me no black, I Dominican Poppy. Yeah. That's one of my favorite memes, the Godfrey meme of him doing that. And Rosa says, the messaging is crazy and important to do, especially during this time. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I 100% agree, too. Like, it's been wild times, and I don't know. I'm just glad to, I mean, yeah. I like the Bad Bunny Super Bowl. I thought it was really cool. And especially given the times, I think it was important to like put that on like the main stage, you know what I mean? Or put them on the main stage. And Butter says, World, Drolo, Puppet, Haywire, and Pegboard Nerds are my go-to. Okay, sick. Pegboard Nerds or a duo and Drelo or a former duo. Is this metal stuff or EDM? Butter? Either one though, I'll look it into it. And Zaku says, there were people behind Marcus speculating whether it was the guy from Yutoki. Oh, okay. They thought Marcus was Samuel, or they just didn't know who the main guy for Yutoki was. Either way, that's pretty funny. Dun. Dun, dun, dun. EDM? Okay, sick. Yeah, I'll look into it, Butter. Yeah, thanks for putting me on. So yeah, future me, maybe watch the VOD. Look into World, Trollo, Puppet, Haywire, and Pegboard Nerds. Especially Pegboard Nerds. Oh my god, Pegboard Nerds. EDM and Drolo is Drulo. Oh, Drulu? Okay, cool. My bad. Drulu, that's sick. Oh, I'm killing it with the weights. I'm getting it perfectly under 12 ounces every time. And can't remember what country. Yeah, no worries. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, you mean. And oh, Tiara, hey, you're still here. I remember Pegboard Nerds from like 10 years ago. Sick. That's what's up. Yeah, I'll have to check them out. And oh, Zaku says, I think it's more along the lines of people just confusing what we're a part of because we're around everyone so much. Oh, okay, yeah. Like back in the day, we would have people come up to us in Little Tokyo and talk about Crystal Nostalgia. There were like low-key a handful of people that would mistake that as one of our productions. We would have to tell them it was your event. Oh, okay, well, you know. Yeah, I think those people are just, you know, I don't think they really necessarily are like in the scene. They're just like, hey, I just want to party and get drunk. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to have a good time. So yeah, I think sometimes they aren't like, you know, they're just like, you know, I think that guy runs it. But thanks for giving my, you know, shouting me out, man. You know what I mean? That's cool. I know it was my event, but I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Just being like, nah, man, that's Groovy's event. What are you doing? You know what I mean? But yeah, but I think it is because y'all are like, you know, like so into the scene out there. Like I would also see how people are just like, oh yeah, they're involved too. In your defense, or I guess in my defense too. I mean, it probably didn't help that you know the ad we ran just had you crowd surfing in every single one. You know what I mean? So they probably knew your face better than they knew mine. Even if real, because you're just the guy like, yeah. You know what I mean? Dude, I missed that. I miss seeing on Instagram pop up just you crowd surfing like every day. I mean, I hope you didn't mind, but yeah. I don't know. To me, that was just like it was so cool. And Butter says EDM and metal is Sullivan King. And for Haywire, I recommend the Twofold Part 2 of his album. So the album is Earsgasmic. Sick. Look up Twofold Part 2 whenever you watch the VOD. Thank you, Butter. I appreciate the what's it called? And Tiara says, you should do it again, your events. I wish I could have made it to one. Just throw into the party. I promise it'll be fun. Make a cool flyer, find a decent venue that won't stress you out. Just book your friends. Tiara, I wish. I don't know, just the way my life works out, man. I wish it was that easy for me, Tiara. I mean, it might be like self-imposed pain, but yeah, I already know I would. There's definitely a part of me that wants to get back into it, but I just know I just don't have the time or honestly the energy, the mental health to do it again. You know what I mean? Not anytime soon, at least. Like I think if I had more, like, keeping it real, like more headroom money wise, then I probably would do it. But I don't know. Right now, my big focus is just trying to, like, what's it called? Get locked in on like get an assistant and stuff, like starting to grow a team, so then I don't have to like be stressed out all the time, so I can unlock the mental space to do something like Crystal again. But I appreciate you wanting me to do another one, man. I mean, I appreciate you trying to like push me, but yeah, go for it, dude. I'm sure it'll happen one of these days, but yeah. And Zaku says, I've had a couple people ask me if I was the guy in the video too. Okay, sick, hell yeah. I mean, I hope you don't mind people asking you that, but Zaku, let me know what's up. I'll come through entitled and expecting things. I mean, you're like literally the last person I would expect that from, but I just already know. I mean, but then again, it might be, Arizona might be different though, keeping it real. Because in LA, it was like, dude, Zaku knows. Zaku saw it happen with their own eyes. People in LA are kind of different. But here in Arizona, I don't think it would be that bad. But I don't know. Like, keeping it real, like, I don't think that was hilarious, TR. You would love this, TR. And Zaku. I remember I went to a show here in Phoenix. It was like, I've only been to one show. Run by my buddy. And they're super, super sick. And I don't want to, I'll say their name at another point. But, like, they run a bunch of cool synthwave shows out here. And, yeah, I'm not going to say just because I don't want them to feel like I'm saying anything bad about them. I guess this friend of a friend. I actually don't even remember the guy. Anyways, but I went to my buddy's show, like, when I first moved, like, maybe like a month after or something. And I remember I was talking to some guy, and he was like, yo, man, like, what kind of music do you do? And I was like, future funk. And he was like, oh, you guys have it so much easier than the synthwave guys. And I was like, all right, cool, man, sure. You know what I mean? Sure. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know, just to me it was like, that was like my first taste of what it would be like to do a show in Arizona, was just immediately some guy being like, you vaporwave guys have it so easy. Like, I could already tell. I was even one guy running the show, and I was like, I already just want to take my brain out of my head and just throw it over the window. You know what I mean? Because I already know I'd have to like talk to people about like that. And like, the guy was super nice, though. To be clear, the guy was super nice, and I think they were just frustrated about their own things. But you know what I mean? Not trying to say anything bad about the guy, but yeah. It's just stuff like that that like makes me like twitch. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, and TR says, I know that's what it's like because I play shows and it takes away from being able to lock in and do what I want to do. So when I have a big show coming, it's like it's all consuming. So it's hard for me to like focus on learning and writing Ableton more and making cool merchandise, etc. Because I get wrapped up in the show and promoting that. Yeah, exactly, TR. And that's the thing, is it's more of like a bandwidth thing than like I don't want to do it. Because if I had the bandwidth and the resources, I would definitely do it. It's just, But I'm at this, as of right now, I'm currently actively looking into like, okay, how do I unlock that bandwidth so I can start doing that again? And that's my plan. As soon as I'm done unpacking, literally my next step is going to be try to hire somebody. But I'm glad you get where I'm coming from, Tiara. And I'm sure you're also struggling with the same thing. But hey, honestly, you're killing the shows though. So I would say keep killing those shows, man. Keeping it real. But Tiara says Synthwave is way more popular. Yeah, I in my opinion, I agree. But it's debatable because I know it's kind of on. I've heard it's on a downswing. It's been having a harder time lately. Because like it kind of popped off again when Stranger Things came out. But I think since then it's kind of like fallen back into like super niche. So yeah, and the crowds are different. I think the Synthwave crowd's a little bit older, so it's like a little bit harder to get them to come out because they have like, for real corporate jobs. You know what I mean? So I think it's all like, relative. And Rosa says, I was so confused. I think everyone is struggling these days. Yeah, it's hard times for everybody, keeping it real. It is definitely hard times for everybody. I agree, Roses. And yo, Slow Drag, good to see you. How you doing, dude? Thanks for stopping by. How's your Tuesday? And Evil Evan, what's up? How you doing, dude? I'm glad we got Evil Evan rather than Normal Evan. Normal Evan isn't as cool as Evil Evan. What's up, Evil Evan? Is there a good Evan? Yeah, Roses, I know, right? Yeah. Who's good? Whoever it is, good Evan isn't here with us right now, though, so I'm Team Evil Evan until good Evan makes a case. until good Evan makes their case. I'm Team Evil Evan. But yeah, but one of these days I'll start throwing shows again. And Evil Evan says there might be a good Evan somewhere. I have a friend that's named Evan Turner, and we always get like mistaken as like family members because we live in the same hometown. We both skated, so I'm like, are you and Evan related? They're pretty good. I'd maybe consider them good Evan, but I don't know if you're like that Evan's Evil Evan. Because I'm sure there's a good Evan that you're a doppelganger of somewhere, right? Evil Evan? That's what I assume, at least. Rose says, I know an Evan. He's pretty cool. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, I haven't met a bad Evan. Except until now, I guess. Well, you know, it's not that you're bad, you're just evil. Yeah. I'm sorry, Evil Evan. I absolutely love your name. I'm having too much fun. Slow Drag, what's your stance on Vaporwave? Hell yeah, Slow Drag. And what do you mean by like? I think I like Vaporwave. Is there like a specific part of the stance you would like me to go into? I like Rosa says they also like your name, Evil Evan. Hell yeah. Thank you. Hey. But yeah, if you can ask a more specific question, Slow Drag, I got you. But yeah, I mean, I like Vaporwave a lot. I think Vaporwave's really cool. I like that it's focused on nostalgia. I like that it's like kind of like an internet version of what like DJ Screw was doing back in the day. In fact, I actually just watched their interview recently with Daniel Lopatin, who made the Nobody Here, like the first ever Vaporwave song, where and he even said he was like chopping screw and soft rock. You know what I mean? So yeah. And Slow Jack says, not really, just want to see if you like it or had any influence. Oh yeah, definitely. No, I definitely consider myself. Actually, I don't know these days. I'm not like anti-Vaporwave, but like I have a lot of friends in the Vaporwave scene. I feel like I'm, what's the term? Vapor adjacent. You know what I mean? So yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, like, I don't really consider myself a Vaporwave artist these days just because I feel like my sound now, I feel like I'm more of like a jazz, like electronic jazz artist, if that makes sense. Because I make so much more like hip hop inspired stuff. But definitely 100%, I feel like Groovy Kaiju started, like the seedling was in Vaporwave. And I have a lot of respect for it. And I'm never going to stop loving it, no matter like what happens, you know what I mean? So yeah. But Zaku says, the music is cool, but the scene is full of a bunch of racist people. Racist white people. I feel, yeah, you get a little bit of that. But I feel like a lot of that was like more like the Fash Wave stuff. But you do get some kind of like goofy characters. But I don't know though. You know, it's a lot of like, I don't know. I feel like every scene has that. Like, let's keep it real. You know what I mean? Keeping it real. Even something like Punk. Didn't you see? I saw a thing recently that like some guy pulled up on like a Nazi shirt at a punk show. And like Punk is like so anti that, but you know what I mean? And that's why I like defend Vaporwave. Like, you know what I mean? There's other things that need defending right now, but you know what I'm trying to say. I feel like every music scene has like has their own like goofy characters. And Slow Jack says Origins on the lo-fi side. Yeah, I think also like a lot of lo-fi stuff, but like keeping it real, Slow Jack, again, not to like be weird or like be like, I was like before that, but I guess keeping it real, yeah, I was kind of like making like new Jabez inspired hip hop stuff before it was considered lo-fi. Does that make sense? Like before the term lo-fi hip hop was like a thing, like me and Astro Black both were making that kind of beat music. So definitely lots of inspiration there too. In fact, I feel like a lot of but after lo-fi hip hop became a thing, keeping it real, like I gotta give props for his due. People kind of sleep on it, but a lot of like the ambience and stuff I added to my music was very much inspired by a lot of like lo-fi hip hop artists, because they would like make these like textural lo-fi beats that had like, I don't know, that butterfly, but like bird noises and like very vibey sounds in the song. I started doing that for Groovy Kaiju stuff because I thought it was cool that they were building environments like that, and I liked the idea of like world building with ambient noises and like field noises. So I'm doing Groovy Kaiju stuff. So yeah, there's lots of like even like proper like lo-fi hip hop as of what it is today. That's also a big inspiration as well. So yeah, so I started doing for my Aviscerall stuff too first because I was working with a lot of lo-fi artists that were doing that, and I just thought it was really cool. And then I was like, let me bring this over to my Groovy Kaiju stuff, and yeah. Oh, that's what I was trying to look up. Robert Sig. Dun, 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 dun. And Evil Evan says, your music kind of reminds me of MF Doom's and Herb albums. Hey, hell yeah. I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 on vinyl. That's sick. Hey, thank you, dude. Yeah, honestly, Special Herbs is like, I love Special Herbs. Or all of Doom's instrumental stuff. I think I also have Special Herbs on vinyl, but I only have like the first one because I really like all the Operation Doomsday beats. So I think I have the first Special Herbs on vinyl. I need to get a CD, low-key. I'd love to just play it in my car. But and Toaster Oven also says your music gives me MF Doom vibes. It's very good. Thank you, Toaster Oven. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just a big Doom fan. It's never like intentionally was like I'm trying to make like MF Doom style beats, but like, you know, I love Doom, dude. And like I guess it bleeds in. And Evil Evan says real. Hell yeah. And what's it called? And Zaku, give me 1 second. I'm trying to I got lost in the Instagram songs. But Slow Jack says, heard I dig it, man. Heard I dig it, man. I like to use your music in my videos. Oh, sick, yeah, man. So what's it called? Yeah, for the TLDR of it is like, feel free, just give me credit. Like, I don't mind at all. But if you don't mind, send me an email, Slow Drag. It's in my Instagram bio, and I can send you the whole copy paste of like the, you know, I think it's like licensed under Creative Commons attribution, non-commercial, something. So yeah, I can send you the actual like, you know, information that I copy paste to everyone. But TLDR is just, you just give me credit, dude, in the description or something. I'm not tripping. So yeah. But Zaku was saying there's white people and people that get on your knees for the proximity of whiteness in every scene. Yeah, no, I agree. 100% I agree. 100% agree. I mean, it's just, you know, that's just life though. Or that's America. But yeah. Well, what about I'm trying to think of what's a good one. Just to play devil's advocate, just to be a little goofy, because you're always messing with me. Zaku. What about I'm trying to think of like the most genre that wouldn't do that. What's a goofy genre that I've like been to a show to? I know. What about like a this is kind of goofy. No, actually, no. That's just being stupid. I was gonna say, what about like a metal show? It's like, no, they totally, you know what I mean? Like I went to a Fall Out Troy show, and I was like, you know what I mean? Because have you seen like the memes? It's like, bro, we gotta you know what happened to like 2000s white people music, dude? Bring back Papa Roach. You know what I mean? Who's Papa Roach these days, dude? We need that again. Slow Drag says, of course, all the time, man. I'll be sure to send an email. Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for being down to send an email. Slow Drag. Alright, Zach, I know when we talk, when I finally have the time to call you, I'll think of it by then. Damn! Someone sent me a crazy text message. Um, what's it called? Dwayne, dude, good to see you. How you doing? When will you go to Brazil? Dude, I wish I want to go to Brazil so bad, dude. I had the chance back when I worked at Google, low-key, not to like play a show, but just like to go see Brazil. And what's it called? I don't know, Brazil seems like such a cool place. But I don't know, one of these days, we'll know that we made it when we get to go to Brazil, dude. Because that would be so sick. Yeah, thanks for asking. How's your Tuesday, Dwayne? How you doing? And Zaku says, Evil Evan says, dude, I went to the same school as Papa Roach. My dad's friend was the main guy. That's so sick, dude. Yo, tell him he has to, bring it back. You have to bring it back, Evil Evan. You, Evil Evan Roach. Because, like, honestly, dude, it's ready for a comeback. Have you heard of, I know, 3D Blast, if you're familiar, they also make future funk or like music similar to me. And they're super cool. Like, they're the homie. What's it called? Yeah, what's it called? They're like trying to bring back the Attitude Era. Like everything was extreme, like Papa Roach and stuff through their music. So I'm like, bro, we gotta bring it back. But Zaku says all the people that reblog shit like punch Nazis on Instagram should just show up to metal shows. There's plenty of them there. Oh, I mean, you made a good point, yeah. Just start crowd killing. Yeah, I mean. And it would be legal. And yo, go Bonds go, dude. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. How's your Tuesday? I owe you an email, huh? My bad, dude. As you could, I don't know if you've seen my previous streams, but dude, I've been moving, and this is my first stream ever in my new apartment. So I've been so ridiculously busy. It's been crazy. I wish I could show you my living. I mean, I know you said you're good, but dude, I thank you for understanding and saying I'm good. Dude, if I show you my living room, it is disgusting, dude. It is so bad. It is so bad. I'm not even close to being done unpacking, but we're getting there. And Evil Evan said, I was asked to be in a band recently. Oh, why the sad face? So you don't want to be in a band? I mean, I don't blame you because I'm kind of like a, hey, do your own thing kind of person. That's just kind of my philosophy when it comes to like art and stuff. But bands are fun. I was in a band low key for like a hot second. I was in a band in high school. Like I just played I think I was the vocalist actually, funny enough. We tried to do a little like metal band. It was pretty cool. And Gobon says, welcome to New Place 2.0. I totally feel that. When I moved into my new place, I lived off a mattress with no frame for way too long. Honestly, dude, because I need the space in this new apartment, the couch right here, that's what I'm sleeping on. I put this couch in. This is like also my bedroom now, but I needed the space, so I couldn't set up a mattress. So I had to I'm a pull-out couch. So I'm doing that for a while I figure out more of the apartment. So yeah, it might be the permanent thing that I do, low-key. So yeah. But I feel you on that, Go Bonds, dude. And Evil Evan says, I don't like performing. Oh, I feel that, dude. Does the evil come out if you perform, Evil Evan? Do you become too evil? Huh. Oh, I see what happened. Evil Evan, yeah, it does. Thanks for playing along, dude. But no, I feel it though. Yeah, I feel like I'm being like stage fright and not wanting to perform. Yeah, it takes a while to get over it if you ever want to get over it. But yeah, if it's not for you, it's not for you, man. It's all good. I gotta figure out a random issue with this. Why is it doing this? Dun, 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 dun. And my bad, y'all. But what's it called? Okay, now we're good. But Zaku says a pull-out couch. It implies that there's a leave-it-in couch somewhere. Zaku, bro, you're wilding for that. Damn. Zaku, this is a family-friendly stream, dude. What are you doing, man? There's children here. Stop. Yeah, and then Koban says pull-out couch game being so strong just means you can switch modes lightning speed. Yeah, no, true. You spitting, yeah. You just snap your fingers and just the bed comes out. But yeah, what's I want to bring up? Like we talked about Bad Bunny, talked about moving, and then actually, so one more thing. This might be a clip, so let me grab all this vinyl. Actually, I'll just tell it real quick. So I have a buddy named Katie, and she ended up getting a dog, and she lives in New York City, right? And I think this dog just like randomly came up to her one day, and she was like, "Cool, you're my dog now." And their name is Mr. Bones. Hey, Jay.
New merch order from Jay.
Thank you, Jay. If you're watching, let me know, and I'll pack it right now. But what's it called? Yeah, so they have a dog named Mr. Bones, or Boneyard, and essentially, you know, they're raising the dog. Dog ends up loving the dog, having a great time with his dog, right? And then one day they have to take the dog to the vet just to like get a checkup because they noticed that the dog got kind of cold in New York and it was walking kind of funny. He's like, "Oh, let me take it to the vet to make sure like they're okay, right?" Take the dog to the vet. Rosa says, "That's an amazing name." I know, Mr. Bones is such a good name for a dog. So yeah, so they take the dog to the vet and they drop him off and they're like walking around doing like, you know, New York City living, doing New York stuff, right? And then they go back to the vet after it's been about an hour and the doctor is like, "Hey, I need to talk to you." And they're like, "Okay." And they're like, "What have you done with this dog?" And they're like, "Huh?" And they're like, "No, like, don't play games with me. Like, what are you doing to this dog?" And they're like, she was like, "I don't know. Like, I found him and I take care of him. Like, what are you tripping?" And he was like, "Okay." And then shows her the x-ray and they're like, "This dog has like 7 bullets in it." And he was like, "Huh?" And yeah, I guess they found the dog because you know what I mean? Like they live in a neighborhood in New York where like it was kind of like gang affiliated. And she said she just found the dog one day and just came up to her and like, you know, started hanging out with her. And she thinks that like maybe someone else owned the dog before her, before it like got lost and probably was involved. It was like just for like context, it was like a big pit bull. So it was like one of those like stocky, like buff pit bulls. And yeah, so she was like, maybe it was a guard dog before I found it. And then, you know, something happened in New York, blah, 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 blah. And then the dog survived and just had like 7 bullets in it. And it was just like, I'm a dog now. You know what I mean? So yeah. So yeah, shouts out to Mr. Bones, the most gangster New York dog that ever lived. It's like the 50 Cent of dogs, dude. Got shot 9 times. You know what I mean? Still living. But yeah, that's the story of Mr. Bones. And Butter says, "Not to the punk show, it's ironic." It really is, Butter. That's what I'm saying. Because like punk is so anti that. But yeah, but you know, sadly, you know, for some reason. But Rosa says, "That's an amazing." Oh yeah, we said that. Sugar syringe. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad that the story is like, huh? But yeah, and Koban says, "Oh shit, what a trooper of a dog. That dog's more of a man than I'll ever be." I know, right? Yeah. Mr. Bones is hardcore. And it's funny too because Katie gave her dog that name just because, like, you know, it's a cool dog. You know what I mean? It's just a cool name for a pit bull. You know what I mean? And little did she know that, like, it really earned the name Mr. Bones. It's like, it has a gate. You know what I mean? Isn't this funny? Speaking of like fortune cookies and like synchronicities like that, like she gave her dog the most gangster name, and it's to the most gangster dog that ever lived. But Rosa says, "Oh my God, poor doggy hid that wound well." Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I guess it was like super just normal, but when it got cold, like, you know, the bullets started to hurt because it was like in there, and the bullets got cold. It was like, ow. So yeah, so it started limping and stuff. Evil Evan says, my girlfriend's dog name is Bones. That's sick, dude. I mean, yeah, because you're Evil Evan, dude. I can only imagine the animals around you have to have really cool evil names like Bones. No, I'm messing about Evil Evan. That's cool. That is a super cool name though. And Sugar Syringe says, does he look like a gangster dog or like a cute dog with hidden gangsterness? No, it looks like a gangster dog. Mr. Bones, like it's like a pretty stocky pit bull. Like it could be on the album cover of like a rap album. You know what I mean? So yeah. So it definitely looks like a gangster dog. It actually is a gangster dog. And your friend, she's also cool for that. Yeah, she's super awesome. Katie's, and funnily enough, yeah, I miss Katie. I hit her up. I haven't talked to her in a cool minute. We used to like trade music all the time together, and maybe we're into all kinds of like really cool like out there stuff. It was really sick as Katie had a Discord server. I think it was called like tunes only, so like music only, and like they specifically made it like the rules were you can't talk, you can only post links to music. Like you can't type anything other than just links to music. And it was pretty good. There was like sometimes people would post stuff that was like banging. And I found a lot of like really good artists through there. So like just no context, just post music only. And Evil Evan says, I think it could. Yeah. We're making our way through all these orders, thankfully. Check. What's it called? Evil Evan says, I'm gonna bounce because I gotta eat. Goodbye. Catch you around, Evil Evan. Enjoy your evil food. And yeah, dude, feel free to stop by whenever. Always good to see. It's good to see you. And yeah, dude, catch you around. Take it easy. And Gobon says, I gotta go lurk mode, but I'll be around dinner time. Oh shit, same time, Evil Evan. We're twins. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna eat dinner after this too. Gobon says, let's get dinner together, Evan. Hell yeah. Eat some evil food. I will buy. Get you around, Evil Evan. But yeah, enjoy your food too, Gobons, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Good to hear from you. Good to see you. And thanks for being patient with me and all the moving stuff I've been doing. So yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, if y'all don't mind, I think after this order, I mean, we still got a whole bunch of stuff to do. Like this order's gonna be a little bit. So probably in like, I might join y'all too, actually, Evil Evan and Go Bonds. I think we'll probably stop streaming in like 10 minutes. Just cause I ate some food and I gotta clean my old apartment low key still. And keeping it real though, I honestly hate going to my old apartment right now because there's no lights in it. Like there's like one light in the living room, but for some reason all the ceiling fans don't have lights in them. So when I walk in, I have to use like my phone flashlight, and I'm like, I swear to God, I feel like I'm in Left 4 Dead, dude. I'm like waiting for like the witch, you know, in Left 4 Dead with the witch, it's like, like just. So I always have to go through the whole house with like Resident Evil flashlight. Like, is there anyone in here? You know what I mean? I might bring the Keyblade this time, low key, because I don't know, I get spooked out, dude. Because I'm like, fuck, I feel like I'm in what's the one game? Markiplier did a let's play of it, but I don't know, just any horror game. Yeah, and it's like pitch black, and because it's nighttime right now, it's gonna be like pitch black and yeah. Nope. Yeah, dude. It's fine once I'm in there and I look through the entire house, but I don't know, I'm always afraid to like, what if someone's like, you know, and like, you know, because like the way the world is, like, what if someone was like, yo, look, like I can tell this is obviously an empty apartment. I'm just gonna like post up in here and like free warmth, you know what I mean? Because like maybe they don't have their own house at the moment, which I don't blame them, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not trying to walk up, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to get jump scared. So I'm trying to like, I'd rather jump scare you than you jump scare me. You know? So I'm like, but then like, and what's also like not been helpful is I think I mentioned it before, but like lately my like special interest, I know hopefully it's not rude to say, but yeah, lately my special interest has been it was economics for a little bit. Like I would just watch like a ton of YouTube videos about like different economies of countries, of like, oh, here's how Morocco like changed their GDP by like implementing this policy that let people like, you know, get jobs easier. I just found it super interesting, but I've kind of like grown out of that, and now my interest lately has been like philosophical and religious history. I don't know, it just is. I just one day clicked a YouTube video and I was like, I gotta learn how Mesopotamia recorded how they try to make correlations between wheat prices and like whatever due to like religious beliefs. You know what I mean? And like Mesopotamian like gods back in the day, like the BC times. So because of that, it's been extra scary, Sugar Syringe, because essentially I'm listening to like a podcast about like, yeah, so Mesopotamians believe that like if you went into the darkness that like a monster would come out and get you, as I'm in the darkness with a flashlight, like, you know what I mean? So I'm not helping my situation by doing that, but I'm like, yeah. Oh, I need my Sub-Zero vinyl. But King, dude, good to see you. How you doing, King? How you been? What's poppin'? How you been over the past week? You chillin'? How you feeling? Ugh. The heck? Oh, okay. Sugar, why would you choose that for yourself? Because it's more work to take the headphone out or like to pause the like video than it is to like just do that. Yeah, I don't know. And sometimes it'll be like, okay, we're gonna talk about I don't know. So like, I've also been learning a lot about the Islamic Empire. So like 800 CE, like before the Crusades, and they believed in a thing called the jinn. You know what I mean? So sometimes they'll be like, yeah, so now we're going to talk about, you know, the Islamic Empire is set up, and part of that was like bringing over their beliefs to the Roman Empire that took over. And here's some of the things they outlined in their beliefs. And now we're going to talk about the jinn. And it's a bunch of like the jinn of Saturn has like, I guess is like a winged angel demon thing that like kidnaps people. So I'm like listening to that as I'm like, you know, because it just happens sometimes. I don't even like plan to listen to it. They just start talking about it, and I'm like, uh-oh, well, here we go. You know what I mean? So yeah. And King says, pretty good. I thought I was gonna miss the stream, but I guess not. Well, yeah. Well, keeping it real, I'm just gonna do one more order and then call it, because I have to go get some food, because I still have to do some moving stuff. But no, you didn't miss it. Like, you're here. Like, we're still doing it, so you didn't miss it. Hell yeah. But I'm glad to hear you're doing good, dude. Anything new over this past week you have going on? This one needs to go like this. Ugh. And then, yeah, oh, you can't see it that well. I gotta get a new sleeve. But yeah, speaking of that, oh, King, you got a question? Yeah, go for it, dude. Feel free to ask the question, King. And Sugar Syringe says, I know too many people who've seen a ghost. I don't play those games. I feel that, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I think I've had like a lot of friends with paranormal experiences for sure. Yeah, the world's a mysterious place, man. And King says, am I allowed to do a cover of a song on Tape Zero? Honestly, yeah. And I mean, keeping it real, King, I don't think I legally can even stop you. Keeping it real. Because like, I think you're allowed to cover any song legally. Like, it's part of like the US copyright law. Like, you're allowed to cover a song as long as you get like a cover license. Which, I mean, yeah. But I'm not saying you need to do that for me, but I'm just saying like, yeah. So yeah, go for it if you want, yeah. But what's it called? If you don't mind me asking, what song too? Because like low key keeping it real, King, I could always a lot of it's like sample. I could just send you the sample packs I use too, and you can like go from there if you want. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. Yeah, Skyrim makes a good point. And King, oh yeah, and just figured to ask for the given the not on streaming thing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you guys are both right. Yeah, you guys are, I don't know why I'm being so silly. I was just I was so busy trying to be like big brain. No, Skyer, you make a good point. Asking is always very nice. Thank you for calling me on that. I appreciate it, Skyer. And I doubly appreciate you asking, King. Let me make that clear. I'm sorry. But thank you for asking, King. And but yeah, and given the non-streaming thing, yeah. No, you're good, dude. I mean, just, you know, my original stuff, I want to keep it out of streaming. But if you want to do a cover and like you want to upload to streaming, like technically I couldn't stop you. But I appreciate you asking, dude. Yeah, go for it. And Groove Me. Oh, King, you want to do Moments of Magic? So King says, I don't remember the name, but it has the Groove Me every time. Yeah. Line on it. Yeah, that's Moments of Magic, dude. Yeah, feel free. Honestly, I would love to hear that because it's my personal favorite song on the album. So when you're done, dude, please let me know. I'd be so stoked to hear it. Yeah, I like Moments of Magic a lot because it's such a weird song. That one actually I sampled from Tracklib too. Yeah, that one, hell yeah. Yeah, I think the original sample is called like Touch Me by Joy Carroll. But yeah. And hell yeah, I appreciate it. Hell yeah, dude, thank you. I appreciate you asking. And again, Skyer, thanks for the assist on that one. I was so like, well, let me tell you about copyright law. I mean, you know, you can see how my brain works. I'm kind of silly sometimes. Well, actually. And King says, watching the live set, you did. I love when you point to your shirt. Yeah, dude, thank you. Yeah, I try to do little fun stuff like that because I know it's recorded, so I'm like trying to like make it like, you know, a little fun, little stuff like that. But thanks, King. I appreciate you checking out the live set and like let me know that you like that part. I'll try to keep doing those because I think they're really silly. Like and the Destroy All Monsters one, I mean it's kind of gross, but he says like something like, "Oh, you make my body so wet," or like I forgot how's the song "Baby Pound Answers" go. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with lyrics, dude. I'm so much better at like feeling the beats than I am the lyrics. Yeah, what happened is oh my god, I have to hear the song, but pretty much you know the part in Baby Pound Answers where he's like, "You got my body so wet," and because I was doing the whole set for that, I was like drenched in sweat already. So I grabbed my sweat with the back of my hand and I said, "You make my body so wet," and like right as the line comes. Because I'm all the sweat, and that's what the song's kind of referring to. But I don't know. I thought that was like a really cool part, even though I'm like, that's kind of gross that I did that, but it matched the song, you know what I mean? It matches the song. So yeah, and Sugar Syringe says, "It was awesome catching you. Good luck on setting with the new apartment. Still streaming your music. Hey, thank you." And a snag a copy on later today. Hey, dude, hell yeah. Dude, thanks so much for being down to grab a physical. And of course, I'll get it shipped to you as fast as I can. I still got a whole bunch of orders to go through, but you know, I'll probably like end of this week, I'll probably get through them all. So yeah, dude, I'd be stoked to sign and ship one over to you. Take care, dude. Take it easy. But okay, cool. We just need this. Gotta fold this up. I love the song. It's very adorable. Yeah, the little like recorded live sets are a lot of fun. But yeah, I think the Monster Tape 01 kind of was goated. And Tiara asks, so do you like use a record label or are you just selling your own stuff? Yeah, so honestly, Tiara, this is all me, dude. That's another reason. That's what I was trying to say with the bandwidth stuff with the show. Like all of this, this is all me. This is 100% no record label. I talk to all the manufacturers. I do all the marketing. I do all the music myself. I'm a one-man show. To be fair, though, I do be getting help from my girlfriend sometimes. Not gonna lie. But other than that, yeah, it's all me. And I used to work with like, I mean, in terms of like major labels, no. Like, I mean, I've worked with like Pacific Plaza Records, like Vaporwave, like I call them net labels, you know what I mean? Like Pacific Plaza, that's the homie. I've worked with them in the past. And a lot of that was like working with them to it was like a mix where like Pacific Plaza would like book shows, but then on top of that, you still see me? Yeah, you can a little bit. I'm getting bubble wrap. But they would like book their own shows, and they would do like distribution, like so they would order vinyl and stuff, and like low-key they would put the upfront cost for it. But after a while I was like, hey man, like low-key the margins are so slim on everything, like I'm gonna do it myself. He was like, no, that's cool. And like we're still really good friends and stuff, and we're always shouting each other out when we can. But that's the only label I've actually ever worked with. Actually, was Pacific Plaza, because I think I mentioned it once, but like in the early days of Vaporwave, Keeping It Real Tiara, if my memory serves me correctly, and I'm very happy to stand corrected, but in the early days of Vaporwave, a lot of the net labels were like doing small like 20 tape, 25 tape runs, and it was like more that they were like, you know, they weren't making any kind of real money off of it, so it wasn't like really no one was tripping. But yeah, a lot of times they'd be like, hey, can I do a tape run of your music? And a lot of artists would be like, yeah, like as long as you send me one, cool. But like no one was like, they would never like actually do like a cut or anything. And I was like, even though all of our stuff is uncleared samples, that still don't sit right with me. You know what I mean? So I never worked with labels in the early days because I was like, this arrangement doesn't necessarily sound fair. But at the time, like no one was making money, so it wasn't like, I was kind of like overly cautious, to be fair. If I were to go back in time, I'd be like, bro, you're tripping. Just, you know, just let them make 10 tapes of your stuff for the fun. You know what I mean? But yeah. But in terms of major labels, the one time I got reached out to Tiara was like to make a beat for a kid that went like viral on TikTok. And not to talk down to him as a kid. I think he legitimately might have been 17, which actually is like, he's pretty much an adult, so I'll take it back. But yeah, like they were a big fan of my stuff, and they're like, oh, you know what I mean? But they never like, you know, I remember I got into a group chat with them, and I was like, hey, let's talk about like contracts and like how you guys are going to pay me before I make this beat for you. And they just never responded to me after that. So yeah, I've actually never talked to a label or worked with a label, but keeping it real, everything's, you know what I mean? Like I mentioned earlier, like money's been kind of funny till just last month because I kind of like shifted a lot of things around. And money's not great either right now, but I'm at the point where like I think things are looking like I can keep doing music full time, and that's all I really wanted out of life. So yeah, or that's my current goal in life right now, is just to keep doing music full time. So I'm not really, a label would have to offer me something redonkulously crazy to like, you know what I mean, for me to give up anything that I have going right now, because I kind of like what I have right now. Like this, like we're all just hanging out in here while we just pack orders and listen to music. Like you can't, you know what I mean? What kind of label offer me that's better than that? You know what I'm saying? Keeping it real. So yeah. So and Skyer says net labels and self labels are the only valid type of labels at this point. Major labels just seem like a scam to screw artists out of their stuff, unless they're like Drake or some big industry name. Exactly. That's where I'm sitting, Skyer. Exactly. Like net labels and self labels, they're kind of doing good work. I think. Yeah, net labels. I think they do good work. If you're like an artist who like legitimately doesn't, if you're doing it for fun, I think net labels are great. Because if you're just like, I just want, you know, it would be nice to have my music on vinyl or on CD or cassette tape, and I don't feel like dealing with all like the work of doing that. And like you have a friend that runs a net label that's willing to like put up the money for it, and like, you know, give you like a 50% cut or something, and you don't have to do anything but just like give them the WAV files. That's great. But if you're trying to like seriously do music, then I think at a certain point you'll probably outgrow the net label, which is like fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And then self labels, yeah. Self labels, as much as I love it, I'm now hitting the point where I'm like, oh my God, I need help. Because, you know, people are literally right now, in an ideal world, people wouldn't be waiting for me to ship them orders just because I had to move, you know what I mean? So that's like, it's kind of like something that's on me that I'm not like most proud of right now. But I'm not like beating myself up, you know what I'm trying to say? People understand, it's fine. But you know what I'm trying to say? So, but I do think it's the better option compared to like, you know, getting screwed over by a major label. Because I agree, Sky, I feel like they're kind of glorified loan companies. But because people are getting leverage, I don't know, I'm rambling pretty hard right now, but because people are getting leverage with their stuff because they have their own infrastructure and their own self labels, like, you know, they have to come correct. They can't just be like, yo, give us all your music just because we said so. Like they accept to give you like a good offer that actually makes sense and aligns with your goals. So yeah. And then to your point, Skyer too, like once you hit Drake level though, you kind of need them because they're playing a game of like, I want someone in like a remote village in the middle of nowhere to know who Drake is. And that requires like a whole different infrastructure to even make that happen. So yeah, I don't know. I hope that answered your question, TR. Thanks for asking it. I know I kind of like rambled quite a bit. But yeah. But yeah, if you're asking for your own stuff, TR, because honestly, because you're kind of crushing it right now, dude, I would say just keep crushing it. Especially because like I know you're not afraid to like, you know, really grow a team around you and stuff because you already technically have one and everything. So I would say go down the self-label route for you. Unless like, you know, there's a label out there that's offering you something actually good. Because even then, like, you want to be careful because sometimes they'll be like, we're going to promise you all these things, and then like as soon as you get on, they're like, haha, okay, now we're just going to like eat everything you already were doing. You know what I mean? Rather than like actually contributing to making this thing better. Like we kind of sold you on that we were going to do. And that's like a very like, you know, in fine print in the contract kind of thing you got to deal with. That's another thing too, is that like I kind of consider if someone were to like come up to me and be like, here's like some goofy contract, and I'm like, well, are you gonna pay me for the time that you took up for me to like look this over, and then for me just to be like, this is the dumbest contract I've ever seen in my life? You know what I mean? So that's another thing too. Even just like talking, like entertaining the idea sometimes is like a waste of time, and I don't got a lot of it. So yeah, all that makes sense. And that's seen me feel maybe somewhat the same way, TR, because like you got so much stuff going on. It's like, I mean, don't waste my time. And Skyer says, I mean, aside from the financial aspect, the whole hey, we literally own everything you ever made now deal is kind of AIDS. Yeah, or kind of ass. Yeah. No, it is a wild situation to end up in. And it's like, I think like the more wild part, I mean, keeping it real, the more wild part of it is, I think, is that sometimes they really do be putting behind the gabillions of dollars to break an artist. But it's just, to me, it's like they could put behind the gabillions of dollars, and if they mess up, they still say it's your fault. And that's where I think it's like a really bad gamble on the artist. Because if it works out, then you can actually kind of come up okay, but you aren't going to be like a gabillionaire. But they're going to spend gabillions. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's always going to be up to you, the artist, anyway. So it's like, why even sign if like you still kind of have to like put in a lot of the work yourself, anyways. And King says, we own you and you own nothing. Yeah. It could definitely end up in that situation too, where it's like, dang, I really like put my whole heart and soul into this, and my grandkids will never see $1 from it. You know what I mean? But yeah. But to be fair, I've actually never talked to a major label, so I don't know. Dun, dun, dun. But I'm not gonna lie, I have to go to the bathroom so bad too. So I'm so glad this is the last order. So dude, I've been holding it, but I was like, just one more order. But yeah, I appreciate y'all stopping by. I'm glad to hear we got the stream working. Everyone pulled up after the week break. I was like, hell yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried. I was like, oh shit, what do people forget? Hey, Roses, thank you for the stretch. I'll stretch real quick. I need to do my yoga. My actual stretching. Ugh. Oh, I punched my chair. Ugh. But yeah. Oh. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, y'all. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, so we got I guess Rec, real quick. Rec asked, "Do you make any juke, dude?" I instantly had to reply to that because dude, I need to. Juke music is sick. I remember I went to a show once where they played a bunch of juke music, and I was like, "This is so sick." And they had like an actual like MC that was just like, "Go, go, get on the flow, go, go, get on the flow." Like it was such a cool little show. Like they had an actual guy on the mic, like just doing like, oh, it was so cool. But I do not make juke right now, Rick. But one of these days, actually, I would be actually for real very interested in doing so. But oh yeah, but I was gonna say, yeah. So the new stream schedule, we're not gonna do Thursdays anymore, because in theory, not in theory, but what I want to do is I want to start doing like a Friday music making stream and stuff. But I still have to like, I pretty much OBS, this program I'm using on my screen right now, it's really wild to use. So I have to figure out how to do like a music making stream in OBS because I only know how to set it. I only set it up to do this kind of stream. So so in the meantime, we'll just do Tuesday, Sundays until I figure out how to do the Friday stream that I have on my brain. So yeah, and really it's just as simple as like recording my screen, but I want it to look nice and stuff. I want to look at least somewhat presentable. So yeah. And Tiara says, I've done that. I used to do a music making stream with a full band. That's so sick. Hell yeah. Dude, one of these days I want to learn how to play music, Tiara, so I want to like play some of my stuff live. That'd be so sick. With a full band, nice overlay, hell yeah. And Rosa says, also gives you room to continue packing and catching up. Like, yeah, that's a little bit too, I'll be honest, Roses. It kind of, I'll be honest, it wasn't my plan, but I am kind of thankful that, yeah, it gives me more time to unpack, because I really do need it right now, I'm not going to lie. So I'll probably unpack first and then start the actual, like I did a little bit of the planning for the Friday stream. I just haven't like set it up technically at all, you know what I mean? Like I know the idea, I already wrote down the idea and like made the whole like to-do list. So I do like a proper like, here's what this is gonna, like this needs to happen and that needs to happen. Like all the, what I'm trying to say. I have like a spreadsheet of like, here's all the tasks that need to get done to do this Friday stream. So I already have it like already planned out. I just gotta, find the time. So yeah. And TS says I could teach you. I mean, honestly, dude, if you could just, when you get the chance, like if you could email me just like a recording, I could probably just use that. Because I know OBS good enough to set it all up. It's just more about like, deciding on the visual direction. So I would be stoked to see yours if, you could send it over, like if you have a recording or anything. Plus, I just want to check it out, to be honest. I'll keep it real with you. So yeah, I'd be stoked to see your live band back in the day. But yeah, with that, we're going to go ahead and call it here. So I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to eat some food. I'm going to do some more unpacking and stuff. But thanks for stopping by, y'all. I appreciate you, as always, for hanging out in here in the studio with me. Having a good old time. Catch you around Skyer. I'll catch you around Tiara. Catch you around Roses. Catch you around Rec. Catch you around King. I'm looking through the chat real quick. Catch you around Sugar. Oh, your Sugar Syringe already left. Catch you around Gobons if you're still lurking. Catch you around Butter if you're still watching. Catch you around Zaku. Catch you around Slow Drag. And Evil 11 already left, but catch you around Evil 11. Oh, it's Simply Dale! Yay! Catch you around. We'll see you in the next one. So yeah, see you Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Because, it's Sunday. But yeah, I'm going to keep unpacking, and I'll, hopefully this room will look a lot cooler next time. I'll probably change the camera. I'll probably try to figure out how to get it to be more zoomed out. But maybe I'll get like some posters right here or something on the wall. No, it'll look cooler. And I want to get a rug too, so I don't know, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I'll catch you around, everybody. Take it easy. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.